Ever hydrated brown man, joined here by the ever crispy Gypsy. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing very good, mate. This is a big Bundha Sports Centre. It's an amazing venue.
Love
I'm very glad
Bundha.
to be here. We saw some amazing games yesterday, but the fun is going to continue. This is going to be a very stacked top 8. We are first to 3 the whole way through, by the way. So lock in, because the game is changing now. Everything yesterday, first to 2. Type of game is going to change now. Every player is going to have a bit more time. So, those players that are good at doing the download, man, they're going to have that slight advantage here. And we've got Ulsan here as well. We've got Rest. We've got Yagami. We've got so many killers here. First to 3 against those guys, man. Everyone's got their work cut out for them.
It's big boy hours. Look, first to 2, dangerous in itself. First to 3, that changes everything. We every time this format comes up, we do talk about it, we do mention it. It's become borderline a cliche, but we've seen the effects it has. We've seen huge 2-0 dominant leads. The player takes a break, comes back, third game,
It's
demolishes three straight, and it's a different game. So that one game difference makes a world of change when it comes to the end result.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It will give some players that comfort as well. You have a bit more time to experiment, try things, and do what you can to get the W across the line. But yeah, once again, as a reminder, Challenger event here, big stakes, especially for the people pushing for the TWT run. People like Yagami, Rest. We've got Bobby as well, Ulsan, looking to get points. And if you're pushing for that TWT circuit, it's your best 2 challenges that count. So for first place, 300 points are on the line, and a big prize pool of over 2,000 USD.
That's a good time, and we're out here in the barely existent, apparently, Australia. So those USDs stretch an extra mile here if you're looking for a snag or a sausage roll. 1.5x on those dollars. But first up, we have Australia versus Invader match. We have Bobby hailing from South Australia, and of course Ulsan, 2-time EWC World Champion and #1 Australia lover here. So
yeah, he's a big fan.
It's gonna be a hard one here. Like, both these players very capable, but again, historically we've seen Ulsan pull out some of the biggest wins around the world. But Bobby here has made a name for himself in Australia, and definitely looking to continue that here and potentially make another victim out of Ulsan.
Yeah, no, for sure. He'll be looking for the push. I know I was mentioning yesterday that he's doing the local push as well, traveling around states, trying to get points locally. This is your chance, though, to get him for the actual world stage.
Yes.
And, I was speaking, with some of the guys, and they were saying, look, if I can get a result here, that might be the motivation to travel somewhere else. Like, this might be the Kickstarter. I'm going to push for TWT top 20. I'm going to try and get in the finals. So, you really want to, you've got a shot here, and that's that motivation. We got OHN later in the year as well, another challenger event. There really is a huge opportunity for the locals on the world stage, especially this year.
And representation is, always important. When you first have that player in your region that may not have much exposure previously, when you have that first player break through, it really sets the tone and shows. It sets that standard to the other players to be like, all right, if they can do it, I can do it. They came from where I came from, but here we go. Sportsmanship, as we love to see, shaking of the hands, and we should be getting this one going, about to choose that stage. Where are we going first, Gypsy?
That's a good question. And we look at the graphics, by the way. We're ready to go. We got the pose, we got everything. It's going to be Dragunov versus Raven out here on the secluded training ground.
And what a way to kick off this top 8. Again, first to 3, ladies and gentlemen. So this could go a long way. We could get a lot of matches. All right, let's get it going. All right, now, historically, Dragunov has changed over the seasons, and he's really been able to stay on top with players like Ulsan, right? They've mentioned he's been nerfed, they've mentioned he's had a lot of changes, and a lot of people dumped him. But Ulsan staying true and getting him with that back 34, gets parried through with that running knee.
Yeah, Ulsan thought he could get in there, but while standing 2 check, Bobby hit a lot of them yesterday, but responding with a launcher, Ulsan going to come in with the down 4-2.
And flipping him over for that Oki and full crouch to keep it going. Now, Bobby does have, a good amount of experience with Dragunov. A lot of players playing, but we've also got, the best Dragunov in the region coming from South Australia as well in Subject, who's also in this top 8. So we're definitely in for a lot of Dragunov gameplay today. We have to talk about with our amazing counter-hit Russian assault. We talked about Dragunov a bit, but let's talk a little bit about Raven, a character that's not too well represented around the world. And a lot of people don't have that knowledge to both. It's a high-skill character, right? There's a lot of important specialist understanding you need. What do we see from Bobby when it comes to that?
Yeah, once again, why did you say that? The while standing 2 counter hit, I think his main game really is earning the respect with the while standing too. We see him hit it so much, and once you start holding back, once you respect, he's going into that full crouch, he's going into that stance, he's going to try and scare you with the lows. And eventually he's going to catch you ducking, man. He's going to go into that crouch with that big while standing one. It's almost Mishima-esque, right? It's like using the electric to hit the hell sweep.
Ironically, it's very good against Mishima.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be fighting against that. But, you know, even though we don't see him all that much, I'm sure Ulsan has played it 1,000 times, man. This guy is a grinder. He's been playing for years. He studies the game. But Bobby right now is really, you know, he's showing up.
And when he's able to get these opening round launches, at least in the last one, you know, you see a big momentum shift. And it looks like he's trying to keep that here, but another back 43. Ulsan trying to take his turn at Raven, stealing it back.
Oh, just couldn't convert off that combo. Gonna open the gates for Ulsan. He just needs to come in right now with the heat. He's not even gonna need to use it. I really like that. The heat's ticking down. You know the heat smash is always eventually gonna come out. He just hit a couple big lows instead because you know, you don't want to duck into that mid heat smash. I think he used the heat situation itself very well to close that out quickly.
And I think what we saw was a lot of composure and calmness there from Ulsan, because when you're against a player like Bobby and you're against a character like Raven, you're going to get nervous where there's so many hits from so many angles. You're going to try and maybe stop them from doing what they're doing, or maybe try and get ahead of it. And it's going to get you on counter hits. It's going to, you know, get you from different angles. But he was good at just like, even when the momentum was out of his favor, he's good at just like trying to cool Bobby down and just step back a bit and wait for an opening and get counter hits of his own. So it worked out really well. And see if he can keep going with that. See what Bobby wants to do to counteract.
Not going to get on the wall there, just a bit off to the side. Power Crush retaliation to avoid going in the corner. Bobby's going to burn the heat, but Ulsan ready with the forward 1+2 with punish. That's going to get on the wall.
Oh, going for a resplat. Combo videos, not quite. Oh, gets that Raven G clef.
Just stepping to the right there, around the forward 4-2. An important block for Bobby. Blocks the stagger low, gets the launch. All right, leading this second game here.
Looking like he's finding a little bit more confidence. Now trying to close that gap, apply a bit more pressure to Ulsan.
He's hit the Power Crush again, second time. That is a big, big wall splat for Bobby as well.
Trying to keep it up. Ulsan getting away from the wall, does not want to be there. And a huge uppercut there from Bobby. Should be able to take it to the wall and get very close, you know, guess for round here after this. And cracks his ankle. Bobby looking really good in the second game. 7 golden letters, making a statement. And he's a very momentum-based player. If he can keep this up, Ulsan is going to have a hard time bringing it back.
Yeah, these power crushes, man, racking up. Bobby's hit 3 of them, 1 every round. And they have been the momentum shift, as you've mentioned. When he's been able to hit it, he's been able to keep going. Tries to hit a second time there. Ulsan maybe clocking on now, playing a little bit more patient. He's pushed Bobby to that hard wall break. That's 1, cracking the glass. 1 more is going to break it. Bobby rips the string again.
Well, the kip up and the wall setting 4 counter there. All right, Bobby, again, feeling himself. Not where you, from Ulsan's perspective, you really don't want to let Bobby get that confidence and get that momentum. He's right there right now. We've evened up the score, 1 game apiece. Ulsan taking a second to think about it, going to character select.
Yeah.
Maybe just taking a break.
Yeah, I think it has to be. You do have the time. This is his main. This is who he gets the most success with, I would say, or who he uses the most at least. He has success with many characters, but sticking it out as expected. Bobby, though, looking very confident in that second game. Even at the start of it, he ripped that full down back 2 string, all 3 hits. So I think that first game, he was able to gather a lot of information. You just got to remember, Ulsan's now done the same. This is first to 3. This game is not for the set. We're going to keep going after this, so it's going to be sort of like mental tennis in a way of observation.
Back and forth. Now, he did get a little bit of extra time. He bought some extra time going to that character select, right? So, as you mentioned, he's been thinking about it. But as I said, that gets sent off a balcony. Yeah,
it's just the strings. Ulsan's been trying to press into them. Bobby's ripped that down forward 1 string multiple times. It's worked out, and it's got him really advantageous wall splats, wall breaks.
Again, activating that heat. No wall break here, but we do have some explosions there in the corner. So we can get over there, but sends him out. What a black hole. And gets another round.
Yeah, the placements of that move as well in these first couple games have been on it. It's just caught Ulsan like whiffing fast buttons, but he's timing it well and being able to get that whiff punish even on something like a jab like just there.
And he's not letting up. And I see Ulsan trying to get away from the wall quite a lot. He's using down forward 1 into pigeon roll trying to get away, but Bobby just always ready to chase him down. Now trying to check him, just trying to keep it basic and just see if he can catch Bobby in a mistake.
Yeah, both of them using a lot of really fast buttons to get involved. Bobby just tried to hit that while standing 2, but snipes him out of the air with the QCF4. Couldn't fully convert, but he's going to keep going with the heat engager. Wall blast is to Ulsan's back, but the pigeon roll around the heat smash going to help him out.
And very smart there from Bobby, using that heat smash, trying to either get him that wall explosion or keep him there for another mix. But Ulsan already was one step ahead and just got himself out of there and might be able to claw this round back. But Bobby might be able to grab it from him if he's not careful. Trying to play the string mind games, and the down forward 1-4 lets it rip, and the slide on Wake Up does not want to give him a chance on the feet.
Yeah, the full down forward 1 string connecting for Ulsan because it was counter hit, but Bobby tried to roll his way out and got clipped by the low.
Excellent whiff punish there from Bobby. Should be able to take that momentum back, see if we can keep it. And let's see if Ulsan once again just tries to get away from the wall and doesn't want to deal with wall pressure.
Just wait for the heat engage there. Bobby going to use this enhanced version of the down forward 1 string. It was a lot of heat pressure, but Ulsan held on. Stayed stand blocking, but now Bobby's noticed that he's going to bring the lows out. The pressure's coming out. It's low, triple low. Bobby, very quick, very aggro there now on game point to go 2-1 up.
He's getting blended. Welcome to the neutral bullet. Excellent sidestep there from Ulsan. Again, now trying to return the favor in his own way. You know, death by 1,000 cuts, but again, one counter hit from Bobby just evens it up.
Yeah, you can hit a lot of things, but Ulsan, he was using the pokes, but he just knows when to thread the big button, hitting that down forward 2, but wall situation might give Bobby a chance to escape. That was weird, and he took full advantage of that situation, getting the big counter hit. You said it yourself, all it takes is one big hit, and now Bobby's going to be back in the game soon.
A lot of niche situations and evasive situations there from Raven that you have to be careful of, but Ulsan staying evasive himself and finishes off with that heat smash.
Yeah, had the finger on the trigger with a heat smash, ready to get that whiff punish. What an important round this can be. Really going to set the tide of the game, put someone on their last life in terms of games. Both players sort of let off the gas a little bit now, just happy to wait.
Nobody wants to get caught in that counter hit. Now Bobby going back for the blend. Ulsan can't block them all. It could cost him.
Oh, he went big. He went for QCF2. Bobby getting a solid whiff punish on that. Just hits the big hit from the sky. It's a full launch. Can he get to the wall? He's going to stabilize with the heat burst. Keep it extra easy with the heat dash. Bobby gets the best of Ulsan in that last round there to go up 2-1.
And it's Ulsan is just trying to keep it compact, really keep it clean and keep it tight. You know, play that, you know, stereotypical Korean style of Tekken, but evidently that is not getting the job done here. And there's too many situations where Bobby's able to thread that needle and get those big hits he needs and keep that ball rolling. So Ulsan's going to need to make a decision here in either character or, you know, if nothing else, game style and game approach. He's definitely able to adapt, but will he go somewhere else? Go to another well? Goes to the Armor King.
He's thinking about it. He hasn't locked it in yet. He went to character select when he lost that other game. He thought about it. He didn't switch. But now we are going to see it. All right. He's locked in with Armor King. He has to get the job done with him. Stage opening up now. We're going to the Baobab Horizon. Bobby is 1 game away from moving on against Ulsan, 2-time EWC champ, by the way.
And we saw the Armor King come out yesterday, actually, against Dion. And he's doing work with that. Now, we have seen other categories in this pool like Lars, but I think Armor King right now, he's really liking it. And let's see what he has in store. Now, heat engage with that forward 4. Yeah, okay, catching with that counter hit. Now, I think part of the rationale here might be there are so many more oppressive and varied options with Armor King that get so much yield. And he's really good at locking you down. And the way Bobby's been playing, the Dragunov has allowed him to move around and thread that needle as mentioned before. But Armor King, he just puts you in these lockdown situations and gets so much return. Let's see if it works out. But Bobby right now, slight deficit in the life, but down forward 1-2 string, close it out with the homie.
As it just checking him there, able to get that first round with the Armor King. But Ulsan's really got to get in that mental headspace of the new character, as does Bobby for defending it, and he seems switched on. He's got the break on the chain throw attempt.
You know what's interesting? I know Bobby really likes, you know, down back 2, but if I notice, he didn't really use it in the first 2 games too much, or the first 3 games, I should say. We're seeing it a lot more here, and I think that forward 2 that Ulsan was putting out there into the world would be really effective in some of the strategies that Bobby's employing. So I think Ulsan's trying to make that work, but Bobby, hyper impressive, but the back turn hop kick.
Yeah, that was great. He was trying to step, got clipped a few times. It didn't stop him though, because Eventually it paid out. What an adaptation. Spear in the back. It's similar life. Bobby just needs to hit a few more. Hits the double low. And Bobby really is confident with these lows, as he should be. They are hitting. The question is for how much longer?
Oh gosh, so that's quicksand. Another one.
They're just all coming out now. Bobby playing so confidently. Ulsan not able to get the punish, but that's an important trade. Ulsan can use this to get back in the game. And he's got the rage available and the heat available, fully resourced up as he continues to the wall.
Alright, lands him there. Oh, spring kick. Ulsan looks like he's in trouble.
Big counter hit. Bobby maybe just a little too desperate to get back in the game. He would only need one big hit, but he's going to eat the heat smash. Ulsan, all right, back in the lead of this game.
Now, if Ulsan can edge out this round here, it will take it to a final game, but he will have to stick with that Armor King. Now, Bobby is going to probably go balls to the wall here and just close it out as soon as possible. Does not want to give another game chance to Ulsan. Quicksand coming in, gets that follow-up. Might be taking this one to final round of this game, but the forward 2-1, Ulsan gets his opportunity.
Yeah, brings out the breath as well, guaranteed. Opts for Shining Wizard. Ulsan's heat is ticking down. He doesn't have much life to play with. Bobby's smothering him right now. But as soon as he tries to go in to close it out, Ulsan greets him with the dark upper rage art to keep it safe. That should be it. And, you know, Bobby, you know, patience can pay off. He waited, but he's going to be thinking now, why did I wait? I could have moved in. I could have tried to close it out because Ulsan just read his timing perfectly. And with that, it's going to be 2-2 now.
Now we see a huge difference in Ulsan's approach. As I mentioned, that character change, the tool set coming from Armor King. You know, he tried to go for some chain grabs. You know, did get broken. He's got, you know, Shining Wizard, and he's got a full, you know, melee kit as well. So you have to worry about so much more. The counter hit game is immaculate from Armor King. Those dark uppers did a whole lot of work. Even on trade, he was able to salvage those combos. So he's looking for those moments where, you know, as you would as a Mishima, you're looking for those moments where there's a gap and you want to get that launch in. And he's been able to make it work so far.
Absolutely. Well, for this last game, we're going back to where it all started. Bobby gets counter hit for doing the armor, and Ulsan now has his back to the wall break. Bobby presses him his way out, got a counter hit on the low.
And you can see Ulsan constantly going for the homing moves as well, just to keep Bobby in place, keep him in check, and try to catch a counter hit.
He's getting a block small punish, just going for the small Tekken approach right now. Got a big whiff. Ulsan's patience, man, paid off again.
Right, might get the wall break here. There it is.
Oh! Converted big!
Write that down.
That was crazy. Put that in the B&B video.
Right on Twitter.
Well, now Ulsan with that is back in the lead of the set.
Woo, we go trying to see the soul zone in. Bang! Eat this boot, mate.
Yeah, I think tools that advance like that and cover a lot of range are going to be helpful in snuffing out Bobby's approach with things like Snake Dash.
I step down forward 1. And again, Ulsan pressing, you know, 5 times more buttons than he was with Dragunov, and it's working perfectly. He has that freedom, he has that tool set. But Bobby trying to take his momentum back. We've seen what he does when he gets that speed.
1-2. Oh, he thought he had it counter hit. That's a full punish in the back. All right, Ulsan taking the round. That's going to take him to set point here.
Bobby in a tough position, but still, you can't forget he is still 2 games, you know, he has 2 games of his own. All he needs is 3 more rounds. That sounds simple, but a tall order, it's doable nonetheless. Huge clothesline, takes his head off.
Yeah, the lariat, just getting him as he went for the QCF4, but Bobby, right now, in this stage of the game, a lot of the damage is coming from his defense, dealing with the strings. Ulsan has been resorting to those high-ending strings, and Bobby is starting to realize, sets up the 50-50 and goes low. All right, Bobby showing that he's still in it here.
That crowd going crazy for Bobby here, hometown hero. Ulsan now playing the dead zone there, trying to get Bobby to whip. These mix coming out hard and fast. Can't block them all.
Just using jabs, trying to get that respect out of Ulsan. Ulsan's going to hit the heat engager and run in.
Oh,
1, 2, 4, massive G-clef with that wall. He's going to get the full splat. He's going to pop the heat, big damage with Heat Oki right here. Went for the sweep. Ulsan didn't get up. He's just chipping him down. It's going to be another guess off the soul zone.
Oh, uses his heat up there. Spring kick.
Down forward 1-2. Ulsan closes it out with the barge from range. He's going to get the job done over Bobby in a very close set.
Amazing work there, very, very close. Bobby's still in it, but Ulsan with that adaptation, we talked about that third game, right? That was a very close one. The first to two could have been a completely different story, a completely different result.
Yeah, that's it. We said it. Like, as you said, it's cliche, but it's real. It's 100% legit. I think the character pick, though, was a good choice in the end. Ulsan really got a lot of damage off those approach tools, as I was talking about before. Lariat, forward 4, because Bobby's wanting to do QCF4 and all that kind of keep out. So because they're fast and they cover a lot of ground, that keep out game is harder, right? And we saw less and less counter hits. Like, you look at that first game, tons of while standing 2 counter hit, QCF4 hitting. Didn't happen on Armor King very much.
No, not very much at all. And he was able to get more of the, you mentioned the counter hits in return as well. And just the patience that Ulsan was able to exhibit with his knowledge and understanding of the character. And there's also players overall. It's not like he's definitely seen Bobby play before. He's played him before.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be things you remember. And, Bobby as well in turn. But Ulsan was just able to edge it out there and make it work. I will be interested to see if he brings out the King at all in the top 8 later on.
Yep.
That would be interesting. But for now, we've got our next match coming up. We've got hometown hero Yagami versus Rest. Pride of Queensland previously. He's moved back to Korea right now.
Honorary still.
Yeah, honorary still. He's got his visa. He's got the
His
printed out
TEKKEN
the
visa.
passport in office.
TEKKEN Australia passport. He's a dual citizen.
Might as well be at this point. So we've got Yagami here and Rest, who both qualified last month at Super Tournament. And that was very exciting for both of those players, getting back in. And, a big boon for Australia once again. 3-time EWC qualifier in Yagami. There's only a small handful of players in the world that have achieved that thus far.
Very happy to see him, well, both of them really get it over the line. But in that moment where they both qualified, it was Yagami that did come out on top. So I know he'll be expecting that result. They've played a lot, especially, over the years, because Rest was here for quite a long time. But it's going to be the Reina. We've seen Yagami dabble in Kunimitsu for particular matchups, but it seems he's very confident here. He's done Reina into Rest's Hwarang many times. We're going to see it again here.
Yes, their story, their tale is, many years old, and they've played 5,000 matches at this point. And historically, as we mentioned at Soup as well, Yagami has gotten the better of Rest overall, but that could shift at any time. Rest, one of the world's best, again, EWC qualifier this year, and really hitting his stride, in my opinion, these days. So I'll be interested to see what Rest prepared for Yagami today.
He's had a lot of time to process it, right? And knowing, you're going into Sunday, knowing you're playing Yagami as your first game, you have dedicated preparation time and you can get into that headspace to be ready to go. But Yagami's done the same thing, right?
Indeed. And he's looking very confident at the moment, but as I say that, Rest catches him with that kick into the range. Nobody's home, I'm pretty sure. Big scoops him up with that down forward 2 and should be, I'm not going to say anything.
He does have the heat to keep it. There you go. The heat sort of bailed him out of the side ball. Yeah, if he didn't have that resource, he might not have been able to close it out.
We hold too much curse power sometimes.
Yeah, I know. You got to really hold your tongue. Just testing that wave dash. Out comes the hell sweep, and wow, big counter hit timing check with the electric. Got him right as Rest tried to get involved.
Keeping him at the wall. This should spell danger here for Rest. Realigns that combo using that heat. Keep it going.
Wow.
Wall to wall.
Gets the double. It's going to be one more hit. Yagami with a lot of life to play with. The while standing 4 is going to get it over the line. He's looking very confident right now in this start.
The crowd sending their energy through. They're loving it. Approaching with that hell sweep. Catches him with that counter hit homing. Keeping him near the wall. Rest just not able to keep his head above water at the moment. Yagami is holding it down.
He's only really need to do one hell sweep to get Rest ducking into the mids. It's going to be one more guess if, however, Rest can get a bit of life back here. He's sort of away from a kill situation because he's recovered life. He's back in it though. And Yagami uses the generic down 4 to keep it quick and clean to take that first game over Rest.
Looking very refined, very ready. So we'll see what Rest has in store for Yagami. He does have other characters in his stable. He does have Raven. So that could come out, but right now I think he's just probably going to take a few moments, chill, and see what happened. Think about what happened. Going straight for the rematch here, or at Urban Square.
You saw that Raven yesterday as well from Rest, and it was looking warmed up. It's definitely improved as he has leveled up in general. You mentioned he's really hit his stride. He's had a good run of form lately, looking to continue it here, but we'll see later on if he needs the Raven to do it.
Anytime Rest tries to approach you, Yagami is ready with those quick buttons to stop him in his tracks. And again, just getting him to that wall, getting a whole lot of damage, putting him in a tough position.
All damage there. Heat pressure is on Rest, now opting for the Power Crush, trying to find a new method. Yagami eats the full down back 4 string, and Rest is going to fake the Flamingo to hit that low poke. All right, Rest now on the board in game 2. Is this the start of, the result of an adjustment?
This could be the fuse he needed to get this spark going. Oh, tried to parry, but airborne. Rest using those plus frames, but huge block there from Yagami. Will get a whole lot of damage. Most likely keep this momentum going. Will he use his heat? Yes, he will. Getting close to that wall as well.
It's there again. Yagami burns the heat dash. Thought Rest might retaliate or try and move out of the wall. But Rest was patient.
Oh, good break. Stomps on him. Okay, Rest. Again, it's looking like very dominant rounds for Yagami the last 2, but Rest is able to just close it out and get his name on the board.
Check there. Oh, grab Broken's going to switch the sides a bit. Ooh, Rest really tried to launch the first hit of the Power Crush. Maybe it really looked like he was a frame off getting that, but him showing that he's ready to launch that first hit must strike a little bit of fear in Yagami for using that move.
Pushing back with that electric for an opportunity. It's a heat engager. All right, War God kick coming out just in case Rest wants to move or step. And you can't test Yagami with those.
Yeah, you ripped the flappy kick. We don't see it too often. That's going to be punishing the back, but
huge commitment.
The wall bailed Yagami out a little bit. Rest. Clutch grab break for Yagami. It's a similar life situation. Yagami tries to send him airborne, but Rest gets the punish and quickly closes it. A quick 3-round straight response here in game 2 for Rest.
And a sneaky low there to close it out. Let's see what Yagami has in store now for Rest. Going straight for the rematch, Midnight Siege. We saw Rest just be a lot more, especially once that first round was in his possession. He's like, wait a minute. Rest, bro. He's just started going in, and he was much more willing to go for those risks. Some of those didn't pay off. Yagami was ready. He is a master at punishment. He will make you pay as much as possible. But Rest was still willing to go at it, and those little bits and pieces really made it work.
Low parry called out. We've seen Rest go to that low a couple times. Yagami now finally penalizing him for it. Side switches up, but Yagami and Rest both making a bit of a mistake on their guaranteed follow-ups.
They're still keeping it moving. Or Yagami trying to home him up.
Well, he tried to retaliate, didn't? Maybe not thinking he was going to rip the armor string. Yagami was smart to attack there.
Oh, heat dash coming in. Flip over with the War God kick. Trying to keep him locked down near this corner. Only a chunky hit is all he needs.
Time low if you're Rest. 10 seconds left to get back into the game, but Yagami is going to make quick work of it. All right. Now he is looking like he's adapting. He didn't take much time to think about it, by the way. He sort of just clicked straight back into the match, and he looked calm on the camera.
Yes.
Sort of nodding to himself. I think maybe it's just comfort setting in over time.
That marination. But again, same for Rest. He can start bringing this one back at any moment. Yagami looking like he's in the driver's seat and not looking to give it up.
On retaliation, Rest has been getting hit a lot by that down forward 1-2 heat dash. He got counter hit last round. This time maybe tried to move, but it is his kryptonite at the moment. Yagami with a big low parry to start us off in this round 3.
We'll be able to get a huge advantage here. Rest needs to wake up and figure out how he wants to approach this. Yagami already started with that running claw, was trying to get those plus range from Rest. But again, catching him, so much heat damage. Look at that wide health chip.
There's a ton. I don't think he's going to get any time to work with it. As I say that though, important duck for Rest under the grab attempt. Jabbing Yagami, bringing out all the strings now to try and get it across the line. Rest still has a chance to bring it back. Burns the sliver of heat he had left. Went big with the launcher. Yagami just missed out.
Yagami just trying to pepper these hits in, just wants to close it out, but Rest being able to recover a bunch of that health. Again, checking with that first hit of the Power Crush.
Could have maybe confirmed there. Yagami gets the parry. It's going to be one more hit. There wasn't much time at all, allowing Yagami to just use that homing move to close it out. All right. Just rapid retaliation from both players here. Quick adaptation, back and forth. But this is an important decision for Rest right now. He's on his last game life. He's gone with the rematch with the random stage. Raven staying on the bench. It's going to fly.
All the way. Alright. I want to see what Rest does in those situations where Yagami just starts, as I said, peppering him with pokes and just waiting for him to overcommit. But X, okay, gets a huge launch at the start of the round. Had this carry him through.
That's might have been the first block on one of Yagami's moves. He has been going to it a bit more, especially as of late. Down 3-4, tucked and launched by Yagami. Maintains good ball position here. Rest just works his way out, but before that, you know, Yagami making a good decision to use down forward 1. It tracks that direction. That's where Rest had to go to get out of the wall.
Rest trying to close that gap. Yagami went for a reversal.
Trade as well for Yagami. It's going to be big damage back in the corner for Rest Rayjard.
Very nice. Alright, good awareness, good combo. I'm going to delete all of that white health. With a little bit of rest. A little bit of life rest, left for Rest. See what he does with it.
Time ticking down. Important step to the right, but the wall gave Rest a chance, but Yagami just immediately used the down jab. Got it over the line.
And that's that Tekken instinct. In any unfamiliar situation, just low jab, old faithful. Gets the job done 50% of the time, every time.
That's it. Low parry again on that low. It's coming out a lot from Rest at the start, but Yagami is a bit switched onto it now. Just wave dash timing check, just waits and gets him to burn his heat. Wow! Crazy tracking. Rest got to his back with the flamingo step, but weird hitbox interaction. Yagami has come out the victor of that. He's going to keep it simple with a heat dash, and that interaction might prove to be an absolute game changer. Yagami now is 1 round away from taking it over Rest. Controversial moment here.
See you guys on Twitter.
Yeah, someone's going to be complaining, I can guarantee it.
Alright, stumps him down. Rest looks like he's in a little bit of trouble right next to the fish tank. 1-1-2 there from Yagami, just walking him down. No fear from this man. Wall God kick coming in. Tried to go for the power crush to close it out. But Yagami, 1 more or 2 more hits is all he needs. But big counter hit there from Rest. Caught him being a bit impatient. Stabilizes with that heat.
Look at the optimization as well. Just shy of the wall. Gonna burn the heat sweep there. Stomps on him. Rest. One, not sure if he meant it. Yagami capitalizes on the hesitation with the hell sweep. It's going to be 1 hit for him. And the jab gets it across the line. Yagami under pressure. He's going to get that final game he needs for the rest of the losing side.
3-1. That was very back and forth in some of those rounds. And you can see, again, Yagami's experience with Rest and vice versa. But just Yagami 1 or 2 steps ahead every time. And every time Rest got that that leg up, it was just pushed back off.
Yeah. Yeah, and Yagami did a lot of good things with the wall awareness, I think.
Yes.
Saw him use down forward 1 to hit him out of the wall. He did the 3 heat string, the homing high, to clip him moving out of the wall again as well. He got a ton of damage off that, but that moment right near the end there with the, I think it was the down forward 1-2 string or something.
Out of the 2-2-1, I think
it was something like that. One of the strings tracked full 180, hit Rest. Rest was at his back ready to punish him heavy, but he ended up eating it. So, you know, it could have been different.
You know, it's funny, we're giving props to Yagami for his combo awareness, but historically, Rest is known as, you know, one of the best combo adaptation guys in the game in matches, especially in Tekken 7. He was just making stuff up on the fly, and it looked like a combo video, like a KYSG combo video.
Yeah.
So he did show signs of that throughout the set, but there was just not too many opportunities. He wasn't able to get too many combos, and especially weird angle ones. But if, you know, go watch Rest matches back, you know, in Tekken 7 and things like that. You'll see the craziest combo conversions of all time. But up next, who do we have, Gypsy?
Oh, I see. Oh, we're getting your favorite character times two, I would think, anyway, unless someone's planned a tricky idea. It's going to be Jojo Scar versus Dimmy, two people who have done very well with Heihachi in this event and in general. Both these guys, we know how strong they are. Dimmy, he's been around for a while. He's a very strong player, recognized in Tekken 7, and still carrying it on through Tekken 8. Jojo Scar, on the other hand, he's been building that momentum. I think, like last year especially, and even early this year, we've seen him rapidly improve, and now it pays off here. He's top 8. I have to run that mirror. We'll have to see.
I'm looking forward to it. And, you were talking about both these players. So we've got, Dimmy on the... Oh, so we've got Jojo Scar on the left with the black shirt there. And we've got Dimmy on the right with the cool green jacket. He's got
Same
that iron,
color.
he's got that Iron Fist look. I was telling Dimmy yesterday, it's like when I first saw him again, I was like, yo, you look alike. You ever seen Iron Fist? There was a part where there was a time skip and he came back after all his, fighting training, and he had that look, and I was like, yo, that's crazy. But let's see what kind of training Dimmy's undergone. He's been in and out of Tekken for quite some time. He was, definitely one of Australia's best talents for quite some time when he was active. Hailing also from South Australia. He kind of comes in and comes out. He's very good at video games as a whole. So I think he's very good at FPS. So sometimes he spends his time on that. Yeah, he's just God game. He's a God gamer. But meanwhile, we have Jojo Scar, the new blood. So Dimmy's been around, early Tekken 7, if I remember correctly, or pre-COVID. Whereas Jojo Scar, definitely a relatively newer player. He's been playing for a little bit, but he's definitely, started to make a name for himself here in Tekken 8. And we do have the best matchup. Heihachi Mira, what do you think about that, Chip?
This is going to be interesting, man. And a clash of styles as well. Dimmy's got, for better or for worse, right? That experience with Heihachi. You've been playing him for a long time, but also, maybe that old style clouds your judgment a little bit.
Indeed.
Someone like Jojo Scar might be able to bring a fresh mindset to Heihachi. He is significantly different, I would say, to his old self in Tekken 7. Same, but different. He's got a lot of new stuff, a lot of stance, and that Warriors instinct, man.
Now, this has to be new gen versus old gen. Shout out to Gunmo. I know he loves that, new gen versus old gen. This is definitely that. Old guard versus new. And we'll see both these guys play her very differently as well. And you'll see that throughout the set. Same character, completely different way of playing. Jojo Scar really, really likes to hone in on those quick sidestep electrics. And again, Dimmy has those as well, but you'll see Jojo's always just trying to keep off access and grab those in there. We see it right there. But Dimmy trying to keep it super tight, super fundamental, and just try and lock Jojo down, use his defense and amazing timing and poking to try and counteract Jojo. But if you can't catch him, it's going to be a problem. Right there, huge launch, doesn't get a full combo, but still a whole grip of damage, and nearly running out of heat.
More connecting court, Dimmy. Crouch, Jojo Scar was ready to confirm with the launcher from stance.
Extended the combo a bit too much, couldn't get everything he needed, but now, switching sides.
They sort of have stepped now, so they've both escaped the wall, but Scar trying to push Dimmy away. The side situation just keeps changing. They're constantly moving circles around each other.
As you should. Masterclass in lateral movement and the CD3 low.
Jojo Scar sprinkling it in a weird spot, and I don't think Dimmy was ready for it.
That's when you got to do it. Before, we've seen earlier in this tournament, he did throw it out a few times. It was very unsuccessful. Actually, before the set, he was telling me, it's like, nah, I'm not going to use them, But, if I'm being honest, sometimes you feel it. You see that moment where they're not going to be ready, and you just have to follow your heart. And Jojo Scar was very successful in that one. Now, 2 rounds ahead here against him.
Oh, electric whiff punish on the keep out attempt from Dimmy. Jojo Scar right now looking the more confident player right now in the mirror.
Keeping that impression up, trying to shove Dimmy into that phone booth, and closes out the first game. Very dominant so far, 3 rounds straight, and a far more aggressive style. He was not really looking to poke too much. You saw Dimmy trying to come in down forward 1, down forward 1-2, trying to extend the string, a bit of while standing 4. Whereas Dimmy's just trying to pull back a bit and just wait for any opening he can, whether it's counter hit or a whiff punish. He's looking for that electric and just wants to, delete the chunks, half at a time, basically.
Yeah, just 2 hits, right? 2 electrics, 2 big launches. It's going to chip you down. Jojo Scar, if you didn't tune in yesterday, or if you haven't seen him much in general, he's, we've seen it. We've seen the CD3 low come out. He's got, he'll be playing really sort of standard, but he's also got that unorthodox element. Sometimes using empty jump, right,
Yes.
to set up and mix up, and then all of a sudden he's ripping.
In that Super Mario.
You have to worry about that. Mario's like around.
Oh, nice sidestep electric. That heat extension for that extra damage. Gets a little bit extra with that down back 3. Jimmy in a little bit of trouble, and he has a whole lot of white health. Jojo Scar in a bit of trouble, but Dimmy recovering quite a lot of this.
Yeah, and important for Dimmy there to pop the heat, get a stack. Jojo Scar closed it out before he could do that. He would be significantly disadvantaged, given they both have Warrior Instinct. 1, 1, 2, Dimmy. Patience pays off there, ready with the trigger. 1-1 gonna put him on the wall. All right, Dimmy, a round of his own right now.
So Archie plays like, nah, he needs 1-1-2 wall splat, but when they get hit by, they're like, you know what? This ain't okay.
Only my Heihachi
yeah,
needs
yeah.
1-1-2.
Also funny, Dimmy's using the Tekken 7 Heihachi costume as well, the Class C.
Yeah, you got to. That's how it all started, man. Back to his roots. Wall splat as well, Dimmy. Still looking quite good. Floor purple, meaning one grounded hit will send you down. And that Season 3 Heihachi move, that can break the floor. Regular hit. What a whiff punish there from Jojo Scar. Let's apply with the full crash down forward.
And back 3-3. Send him down closer and closer into Jin's Fever Dream.
Yeah, we'll be there soon.
Good 2 break there. I believe Dimmy likes P1 as well. So I think quite a lot you'll see him try to go for those side switches.
And it's important, right, that generic throw with the side switch has a situation where both players are in back turn. There is a mind game, big trade, similar life, 1 second left. Who's got the lead? It's gonna be Dimmy with 33%. All right, two rounds straight.
That last while setting forward. All right, trying to catch those plus frames. You're gonna get forward 4, trying to get Dimmy to press something, but Dimmy looking confident, looking cool, calm, and collected. Go for the Ashi. Wave dashing in his face. Now setting 4, trying to stop him from ducking.
He likes to use that spin cancel off the 1-2, I've noticed as well.
He always liked doing that.
That might be his unorthodox thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have something. You gotta get a little wacky sometimes. Wow! Just lets it rip. Jojo Scar caught, moving the wrong way to the left.
Can get the cancel he was looking for, but very ready there. Jojo Scar was he committed to it. He could have got knocked down for that, but he was very sure Dimmy was going to go for the high. And while setting 4-4 punish, and he's got the Warriors Instinct in play.
Yeah. And Dimmy doesn't have it available yet.
Not quite yet.
But he's got time on his side, right? 2 rounds up to 1. Doesn't need it yet.
Are willing to go for these leg smashes. Changing side once again, getting to his preferred area. 2-2, good punish. Good break there. Went for the instant palm, hoping Dimmy would try to press or move, but was out of the way.
And Dimmy gets that big electric. He's not even going to need the Warrior Instinct. Right, Dimmy.
Very nice comeback there. Again, old school player. He's adapting as he's playing. And we've seen him be able to figure out, okay, what am I facing here? He got stomped out in the first game. He's like, what hit me? What didn't work? Let me try to run this one back, and was very successful. Jojo Scar is going to have to do the same in return here. He wants to keep this one going.
Right, well, they both got the time to do it.
Here's first to 3. All right, let's get it going. All right, again, hard walk there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, while setting 4-4. Now, yeah, Jojo Scar, again, always trying to stay off axis. Hard walk left there at the start of the round, especially against Machimas.
Yep.
A very common tactic.
Saw Dimmy block the hell sweep there, but punish wasn't as good as it could have been, which makes me think, we've seen that twice now, right? He's missed a full punish on the hell sweep. Looks like he's playing around the electric. Sure, right? When you're in that headspace of electric, you want to pick your fast punish, because it is hard to punish, it recovers quickly.
And Dimmy has noticed Jojo wants to walk quite a lot, and is very successful now with those back 3-3s. I think 3 for 3 on them now, and I think one of them was, it was a counter hit, actually, he pressed something, but the other times, he knows Jojo's trying to constantly go left to avoid things like electric.
Yeah.
So let's see if Jojo can adapt to that one.
Tried to homing check in there after the forward 4. Thought Jojo might step out of the wall. What a sabaki.
Up back 2, you don't see that too often. A very good sneaky sabaki there. You know, it is a hit as well, so you're not just going to be left defenseless like you would be with back 1+2 reversal.
Trouble with that, and they don't press into it.
Good block. Wasn't ready for the follow-up, but again, an unexpected situation. Dimmy ducked at the last second.
interrupt. Dimmy runs the full heat version of the homing string, and he looks confident right now. He looks drilled in.
Yo, down forward 1 trade and
What
start.
a trade.
Alright, forward,
They both
forward,
wanted it.
1+2. Oh, didn't confirm there, but tried for it again.
It's forward 4 pressure right now from Dimmy at the wall, just using it to set up that hell sweep. You don't want to duck here.
1-1-2, Jojo finding his way out. Offsetting 2 from Jimmy into the confirm. Gonna be a whole lot of damage, activating heat. Probably wants to end it here on the wake up.
Gonna be headbutt into the stance, delays and goes for mid a little bit. All right, Jojo Scar was able to get the punish, but well scouted from Dimmy. Gets the electric he's been looking for and gets the punish on it. All right, this adjustment has been very quick. He's now 2-1 up. Jojo Scar with a bit of work to do.
I think there's 2 key components here that Dimmy's been able to identify and counterplay, which is Jojo's electric timing and some of the habits, and the constant left walk habit as well. So there's back 2-3s, he's just very confident with it, and it's continuously causing Jojo problems. So he's going to have to look at that and see what he's going to do. But when you've been playing a certain way for so long, you're worrying about certain things. He's probably doing a lot of those automatically, just out of instinct, out of habit. So he's going to have to work some of those out. But meanwhile, Dimmy has habits of his own. Let's see what Jojo can figure out.
Tight with the dash guard, so he didn't get clipped by the down forward 1. Back turn sides. Both players don't opt to press, just turn around.
Or dashing up in his face. 1 full plus frames on the first hit of the hell sweep. Jojo previously found a lot of success with the back 4 counter hits, especially on the side steps, depending on the timing. But Dimmy just pressing quite a lot less when Jojo closes that gap. Keep out electric in play.
Hit him with the big mid there. So he's using the down forward 1, but Dimmy is going to quickly pop that heat, get a stack on the board.
Switch inside.
Jojo Scar wants to set up that wall. He's popped the heat to take the turn back, and full string has set Dimmy up on the wall. Went for big damage. Omen not working out. Dimmy gets a ton of life back from that, but Jojo Scar's movement to the right is able to get him a punish. It's a trade, 5 seconds left. Dimmy tries to get back into the game, but Jojo Scar using the down forward 1 to close it out.
Yeah, well, you guys couldn't see it, but Dimmy shaking his head on that one. Is satisfied.
I think it was the string that hit him, right? But you don't commonly see people get hit by that. He got hit by it at a bad time, but Dimmy now has hit the electric, working over to the wall.
That gold spark, you'll be able to take it here. Got the Heihachi political stomp. Yeets him, broke a toy. I missed that grab being on command. Now forward 1-1, good check. Jojo's got a lot of white health and a little bit of heat left. Dimmy trying to waste it, and he does into the reversal.
Big parry there on the 1-back-2, and just dash check electric. Dimmy clipped, moving, I think. Goes to the wall and just gonna do that wall combo, get it across. All right, Jojo Scar now quickly with 2 rounds straight here.
Feeling it, warming up that Omen as well. Trying to go for the electric, got it down forward 2, but they did hit, so it's all good. Nice combo, should be able to take this one to the wall, activating heat. Jojo in the driver's seat, can he take game 4?
Great patience, just shy of the wall spot I think he was looking for on that block spring kick. However, he still maintains a massive life lead. Dimmy eats the counter hit while standing 2. That is fully guaranteed. Jojo Scar, all right, it's 3 rounds straight again. He's leveled at 2-2. We're going to a final game here in this Heihachi mirror match if Dimmy honors that agreement, because we know he can play other characters.
Yes. He's got a pole.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not too sure how much he's been playing as of recent, right? A lot of this is, he's always been good, so he can jump back in very quickly and, kind of get to a level where, he can make top 8s like this. So, depending on how much he's been playing and if he's been, tuning up maybe the pole, he might switch. But knowing Dimmy, honestly, there's a good chance he's just going to be like, nah, I'm sticking out with Heihachi. Because I don't think it's really going to be a matchup thing. Especially when it comes to Mishimas, it's just about the timing and the understanding of your opponent and seeing how you can stay dynamic. And, at the end of the day, I still deem Dimmy a true Heihachi, a true Mishima player at his core. He played other Mishimas as well. Same with Jojo Scar at this point as well. So they're going to stick it out to the end for sure. And love to see it.
He's going to come out on top here. We saw Jojo Scar did a very good block and punish on the hell sweep. Mentioned before that I think that's something Dimmy hasn't quite been looking for. Could be the difference maker, you know.
Check with that down one, but Jojo ready with that 1-1. Changing side once again. All gets the trade on the left jab.
They both backed off last time. This time both opting for the down jab.
It's a very unusual post-break interaction as well for both characters to be back. I don't think there's many characters that have a grab like that.
Yeah, it's sort of like a very fair situation where both players sort of just, it's like neutral, but you're in back turn. It's really unorthodox.
You've added a mind game onto the end of the grab.
Yeah. And we see it a lot because of that side switch element. Dimmy 1-1-2 onto the wall, shatters the glass.
That political storm. All kip up. Jojo wants a big launch. You can feel it. But Dimmy still has that heat. Jojo got to be careful.
Double hell sweep. Jojo Scar, he tried to pick it up, he missed it. But saves himself with the down forward 1-2. That was a close one, but with that, Jojo Scar now retakes the lead.
Oh, that the defensive hell sweep?
Yeah, the keep out. Go for that counter hit. 1-1-2, just shy of sending Dimmy through the glass. It's looming in the background right there.
So break on the 1+2, trying to keep him locked down a little bit with the down forward 1-1. Hell sweeps are coming out. Again, another Ashi there. I don't think any of them have been blocked as of yet.
Yeah.
But good trade there for Dimmy. So should be able to get a whole bunch of damage. Still has that heat, using that AoE.
Saved by the AoE. Jojo Scar pops the heat burst, but wasn't able to fully capitalize and get back in there. Time's running out again. Dimmy just putting the pressure on with the jab strings, and he's patient. Jojo Scar tried to Sabaki him. It's one apiece.
And also good awareness there from Jojo as well. When that back 3-3 whiff, a lot of people want to press through the whiff punish, but Jojo knows as good as anyone, there's that third hit coming. So any frame off, you will die for it. But now, Dimmy slight life deficit.
Gets the guaranteed follow-up this time and uses the distance to pop the heat. Warrior Instinct available if needed, but we haven't seen it all that much.
Went for the full commit, headbutt into the palm punish. Dimmy got his heat and his side.
Dimmy in the favorable spot, gets a full punish in the side there. That was a ton of damage, but
in the air,
heat smash is gonna connect. It was airborne though, so it didn't do too much damage. Dimmy's still gonna need another hit to close this out, and no mucking about. He runs in quick and hits the generic low. Dimmy now on set point to move on here. Jojo Scar needs to do something if he wants to stay in today's tournament.
While setting 2 there from Dimmy, opts to keep his heat. Now Jojo does, or both of them have access to Warrior's Instinct. Will we see a battle of the Warrior's Instinct?
The question is, Jojo Scar, do you pop it now and try and get back in? That is a crucial whiff, and Dimmy punishes with the heat smash, sending him through the glass. He's gonna take it, doesn't even give him the chance to pop the instinct. Dimmy didn't need it.
Amazing work there from Dimmy, you know, keeping the old guard on top. But Jojo Scar, an amazing performance here. You know, the new generation, the future of Australia. And this is actually his first major. Making top 8. That's pretty crazy.
That was very good. Very, very well played. Just couldn't get it over the end. But I know he's going to be happy with that result, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it was a very stacked tournament here. We had, what, over 170 entrants. Amazing turnout.
He beat Subjects and Weet-Bix to get here
I
as
know,
well.
He
Crazy.
took a lot of,
Two of Australia's best.
A lot of the SA guard, but just couldn't get it done against Dimmy.
Yo, actually, yeah, that path is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's just SA. South Australia really holding it down. Dimmy, though, was the last line of defense, so they were able to get it through.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like, yeah, just big props to Jojo there. You know, we really want to see more of him in the future, and there's a lot of players out there in the crowd, at home, you know, watching from everywhere that, you know, just going out to that local, going out to that tournament, just going out to play with new people, it will help you elevate and, you know, get you to see a world you didn't see before, you know, in-game, socially, and just, you know, developing in your life. So, you know, if you're out there and you haven't been to an offline or you haven't been to a major or whatever it is, and there is one near you and there's a local community near you, please, you know, reach out to whoever you can online. Worst case, if you don't know anybody, you know, reach out to us. Our Twitters are here. We'll find your local community for you. We've done it for a lot of people in the past, and they're very happy. So make sure you support your local.
Yeah, it just takes one event, genuinely.
Yes.
And then you're hooked.
It's like
and then you're in top 8.
Exactly. Okay, so now we have our next match, another South Australia versus Melbourne match as well. So we have Unveiled Streams, always rocking the gin, and we have Subject, another South Australian player, another South Australian legend. He's got a cool shirt on in that photo, by the way.
Yeah, looking dapper today as well. This is a really interesting story for me because Unveil, right? He's in a position. I know he wants to go on further. I know he's very hard on himself. I know he works very, very hard. But I also know that this result, him getting the top 8, is important.
Yes.
Right? So I know he can move on head held high for this, but Subject on the other hand, I know he wants more than this.
Yes.
I know he was definitely gunning for that winner's side, and you know, I don't think many people expected him to lose to Jojo Scar, who had such a great performance, and as a result, he's now on the loser's side. He's gonna really want it. This is sort of a do or die for him. So you know, Unveil's got a chance to prove something, but Subject sort of he's got this opportunity that he needs to take to just really show where he belongs.
Yes,
in my opinion.
This Subject, at a skill and technical perspective, I think he is definitely by far one of the best players in Australia. He's just never really historically been able to maybe achieve what his skill level would suggest. And you know, that's understandable. Tournaments are very difficult. There's a lot of variables, and there's different skill sets required for different formats, you know, like whether it's online, whether it's ranked, whether it's first to 5, first to 10, first to whatever, and tournament. And again, first to 2, first to 3. I think Subject is quite good both in the short set and even better in the long set. And I could say the same for Unveiled. In fact, both of these guys actually played a long set the other day. I believe it was a first to 10. I won't reveal the result. I don't want to, we'll see how it goes here today. But they did play very recently in a long set, and it was very, very close. So I want to see what they've learned from each other in that set and see what they're going to show us today. Manila Madness shirt, always rocking it. Much love to Subject, always showing love to Manila Madness.
Free promo. He's doing the Dragonov pose.
Yeah. Yo, he's got that Ned Flanders fit on today. I'm loving it, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's actually crazy. It's like new age Ned Flanders. Love it. Here we go. Unveiled
nice in this one. He needs to really knuckle down if he wants to get this through. You know, I mentioned yesterday that he is traveling more and more on that international stage, and a good performance here, if he could get it through, as I mentioned before, it could be a motivator for you to really try and push yourself on the leaderboard, maybe travel somewhere else. And he needs to get further than where he is now.
And unlike Unveiled, Subject has had the opportunity to travel quite a few times. Yeah. You know, he was at EVO Japan, crowdfunded. I think shouts to that's Tao Pai Pai, if I remember correctly. And this time Aura, so getting in here, I believe. But he does have a lot of the community backing him as well. So it's always good to have support. But Unveiled as well, one of the sweethearts of Melbourne. So everyone's always backing him and wants him to succeed. So we'll see if he can make that happen today. Slowly trying to figure out what Subject has in store for him. Again, down forward, one checking constantly, trying to keep Subject in place.
Yeah, just very small, right? Compact. It's difficult, you know. The reward's not big on it, but it's also, if you're Subject, hard to get in the game.
Then when you start to get frustrated by those, you start to make a few more mistakes. You start to, do bigger buttons or press when you shouldn't, and that's what you want.
Check just tried to catch him, stepping with the 4, but Subject, his movement is very tight. Sidestep, guarding, Unveiled though. He's taking these, he's got a lot of time to do things. What an interrupt, by the way, on the whiff punish. All right, Unveil going to take the second round here.
Going back and forth. This could be a long one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, just trying to intimidate him with that wave dash. Subject being undeterred, using these lows. Oh, into the down one extension. Oh, the wake-up trip.
Yeah, a little unexpected, right? You don't expect that move to come out. Unveil tried to move in. Subject had the low ready for him.
Big slide. This is going to hurt. Still, Unveiled probably still going to end up with a slight life deficit.
He does have Rage available if he wants. He's going to save it, get all that guaranteed damage in the back, and doesn't hesitate. Goes straight for the Hell Sweep to try and close it out quick.
Back forward 2-1, trying to check Subject here. Both these plays very fundamentally sound, and as you can see, they're not constantly going for huge risky moves or anything of that sort. They're going for those those fast, slow burning pokes that are really going to make you pay. But again, nice sidestep electric from Unveiled. He's always got those unlocked, very fast with it. He'll hit you from any angle at any time.
Yeah, yesterday, his whiff punishment and counter hit check with the hook fist, was really on point. Continue that. It's going to be hard to get in the game. Subject, though, moving to the right, gets to Unveil's back. Full punish and the heat dash to keep it simple. All right. 2 rounds each now in this first game. Who's going to make their mark by taking it?
Up, down 2. Doesn't fall for that second hit. Stagger dashing in his face. 1-2-1. Dragunov fave.
Yeah,
Inertia kick.
It's a great tool to have in response to Unveil's quick pokes, right? If you're playing with fast buttons, well, you've got a fast button that's a heat engager, but the hop kick, we see Unveil go to that sometimes just to check. It's going to be decent damage, but because Subject has heat, a lot of it is recoverable live.
Nearly all of it, actually. Big dive kick. Trying to just chip away slow, like, as much as possible. Oh, 1+2 gets whiffed, and Subject. Bro, Subject's one of those players where I haven't seen player get to someone's back so many times. Yeah. Like this guy, throughout all the sets I've seen play, you know, he's the flightless GOAT as well. I think he's got like 3 billion flightless at this point. Shout outs to Arashi and the flightless team. But yo, I think he's at 50 now. I think he won the 50th like last week. I might be misremembering.
I think 40.
Oh, 40? My bad. I'm sorry. I'm from the future. I'm from the future.
Astronomical number.
Yeah, crazy. Actually crazy. So 40 flightless. And for those of you guys who don't know, that's a weekly tournament that's been running for years. Arashi's been running that with the guys, and it's consistently there. And he's won 40 of these tournaments.
A lot of people haven't entered 10.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's won 40.
All right, game 2. Subject was really able to take the lead, and it wasn't even about a heavy lead. It was just able to catch those situations where Unveiled was just unable to. Okay, up, delayed 3.
I think that looked like a slash kick. No, Dragunov doesn't actually have one. Interrupt, though, in the string there. Unveil caught delaying a little bit. Working our way back to the middle, and as soon as he saw that floor, Subject went for the floor-breaking grab. Didn't connect it, but didn't need it.
Good for that first one. Yeah, he wanted that bar fight as well. He wanted to go downstairs. He wanted to take it before Unveiled does, but the 1-2-1 activating heat, building up that pressure. You can see Unveiled, stagger ducking there. Wants to, try to avoid some of these down 2.
Momentum slowly starting to shift in Subject's favor. That twitched up on the hook fist. I think, yeah, getting a bit more comfortable with these high options that Unveil's using. A lot of jab, a lot of electric wind hook fist. Subject looks significantly more confident in this game too. We might not even need to use the floor.
Yeah, so I think he's really able to, with these hook fists, these 1-2s, these ducks that Subject is able to commit to are just paying off and just paying these dividends. So Unveiled needs to adapt a little bit to this, but it's going to be very difficult when it's hard to think when your opponent is just constantly smothering you, and Subject is very good at doing that, as we see here.
Yeah, closing it out with the low as Unveil stayed down, but that is a totally different vibe to Game 1. Game 1 was very close. You can just see, the control starting to shift in the game. It's all Subject. He's confident. There's no hesitation. The rounds went quick. And now the coach of Victoria and the coach of BAM, apparently, according to yesterday, he was subbing in for everybody. Subject trying to get some words of wisdom from Hangman. But the crowd also making some noise, which probably isn't helping Subject's mission to get an ear in.
Hey, you can't be communicating with the crowd over there.
Yeah, that's true. No talking. It's only between Hangman and Unveil. Hangman's like, bro, have you not watched my video?
What do you know about the merch?
That's it.
Yeah, Unveiled, a community hero here of Australia. It does have a YouTube channel. Check out the Hangman Kid on YouTube. And, these guys play like every week. Often in grand finals at Pixel Bar, the biggest local regular that we have. That's a Pixel Bar community service. Shout outs to Sean, the owner over there, letting us come there for years and, helping us really enhance the Tekken community and fighting game community as a whole. So if you're in Huntingdale in Melbourne, go to Pixel Bar, you'll have a great time. But 2 games ahead. Let's see. This is the tall order here. Hangman, his 1 minute limit there. It's got to have a lot of action-packed information. Let's see if he can make it work.
Still using the jabs. Demon Paw is going to connect, push Subject against the wall, who quickly moves out of it. But Unveil's using good tracking options. That down forward 2 might be the thing to burn, right? Given that Subject is trying to move, get to his back, as you said.
That big hatchet. And Subject going back to what works, and the bar fight to close it out. 2 games, 1 round ahead. Steep situation here for Unveiled Stream.
Yeah, a bit less choreographed on that grab as well. It makes a bit more sense on Pack Pixels, but Subject sort of threw it in a more unexpected spot. They're getting the low parry.
Getting a chance to build that momentum. Excellent combo. That's 72 into the down 2. He's looking good. Eyes are glowing. He is aggravated.
Oh, thought he had the counter hit confirm. He didn't. Unveil was able to get a punish off that.
Keeping
Keeps
the
his
heat.
heat though.
Oh, that classic up forward 4.
We see it so much when the wall is to Dragunov's right. Given he can pick it up, Unveil though, getting another low parry.
Good option.
And yeah, I like that, right? A lot of recoverable life to play with. So he's going to get a ton of it back, and the life situation between them both is going to be similar. However, Subject still has heat ready to go. Are we going to see it?
Unveiled has a crumb as well. Oh, but just a bit far out. Didn't want to risk it. And big wind hook fist. You were talking about that before. His ability to just hit that from wherever, and he was finding a lack of success earlier on in the middle of the set. Actually, Subject had the read, but now Unveiled catching him off guard and really making it work. He hasn't used that forward too much.
He has not.
Even though Subject was ducking and pressing in a lot of those situations, he might go back to that well.
Given he's often in crouch, forward 4 might be the safer way of counter hit contesting. Well-timed armor there from Unveiled. Heat available for both. 1-2-1 spent. He actually reserved the heat for the heat smash. But Subject still needs to do a bit more damage. Unveil's got a lot of recoverable, but doesn't let him back in the game. The G-Clef puts him on the wall, allowing him to set himself up right now for set point.
All right, this could be the biggest comeback of all time, or a 3-0 here for Subject.
That is a hard call out. He was using a lot of
Yeah.
full crouch low. He's finally caught him with the wall standing 2 right at the end.
Right, down 3, just trying to keep him there. He's feeling very confident right now. But Unveiled Streams turning the tables. Excellent punish while standing 4-4. Again, a bit hesitant. Just out of range. Oh, look at the range on that down forward 1.
That was
Full
a
crouch
crazy.
down forward 1.
Unveil tried to escape with up forward 2. It whiffed. What a float from Subject. Going to take to the wall. It's going to be that wall hit, and with the heat on the table, it doesn't even need it. The wall combo is going to close it out. Subject takes it out over Unveil with a very confident display, particularly in those last 2 games.
And he did try to, I think it was like the first hop kick of the set, got floated. It was the beginning and the end. But well played there from Unveiled. Will be also bowing out at 7th place with Jojo Scars, 2 Melbourne favorites. And the Subject games there were very impressive, where he was just able to catch any slight changes that Unveiled was willing to make or able to make at the time. And I think Unveiled was just not able to change enough to both adapt to Subject's offense and defense when he was just able to keep coming in, quick pokes, and then the big commitments, those ducks. I think those ducks into commitment from Subject was really what was able to go and take him all the way in the fashion that he did, because Unveiled wasn't really actually check those as much as maybe when he sits back and watches that match. He's like, why didn't I, check more with the mids, counter hit options, things like that. But that's what happens sometimes. Experience is key, and I'm sure we'll see Unveiled back and better than ever in the future.
Yeah, and it's a result he can be proud of. But
as you should be.
Yeah, with those games, that has been our round 1 of both winners and losers. So let's take a look at the bracket and the current standings of the event. So your winners final is set up to be Ulsan versus Yagami. I think that's something we were all sort of expecting, but moving on into that loser side as well, it's going to be Bobby versus Dimmy for our South Australian team kill down there, and Rest versus Subject.
Now this one should be very interesting.
Versus Dimmy, rather.
Now, I'm pretty sure these guys played a little bit, but I don't think they've played an excessive amount. So I'm interested to see, especially in Tekken, definitely not in Tekken 8. I'm interested to see how they go with this. Most likely, again, going with that Heihachi and the Warram.
Yeah, I would think so. We haven't seen that Raven yet today, at least. We saw a bit of it yesterday, but see if he needs to resort to it.
What kind of costumes we got? We're going. Dimmy going back to the Tekken 7 costume. Let's take a look.
It gives him extra power.
Hell
It's like a
yeah.
throwback. And I'm sure these guys ran it many times as well in the old days.
Yep.
Can't believe they're old days. Dimmy hitting the Italy pose.
Yeah. If you ever see someone with a T-shirt with a baby and a chef's hat on it, that's Dimmy,
That's
by the
Dimmy.
way. Have you seen GRU Gamers Rise Up, I think it was? Yo, that Dimmy sticker is so funny, man. I think Chan still has it on his stick.
I think he does. I think a lot of people.
Whenever he gets upset, though, he's smacking Dimmy in the face, low-key.
Nah, poor Dimmy, man. What did he do?
Wrong place, wrong time, my boy.
All right, rest. Not scared to use that power crush. He's come out swinging. Flappy kick time.
One punish there. Now, there's a lot of knowledge check here with Warren, so Jimmy's gonna hope he has it. But right now, he's looking quite good. He's definitely done some homework, it seems.
Just fakes that stance. Honestly, this weekend, we haven't seen much commitment at all after Heat Smash on block from Heihachi in terms of stance. A lot of people cancel or just don't go in at all.
It's the new meta.
Yeah, that's it. Look, it's a big risk. It's high risk, high reward, but a lot of people don't want to take it unnecessarily. Mind you. Just opt to keep it safe, especially against Rest, right?
I think especially as a lot of players have figured out maybe certain option selects or, you know, high chance options with their characters against that mix-up, right? So it gets more and more dangerous as you play more of those people, especially at this level. A lot of these guys have done their homework, so you can't just be expecting a mix like that to always work, so they have to be extra careful, adding an extra layer. But Hunting Hawk here from Dimmy, trying to keep Rest in check. Excellent punish.
Bonks him on the head with that first hit. Rest tried to rip the full down 4 string.
With that, trying to go for an electric.
Second hit, Rest created that whiff initially. Wouldn't quite connect with that first hit, but the second hit able to, catch Dimmy trying to get back in the game.
Right. Now you can see Dimmy constantly moving to the left, trying to poke and trying to whiff punish some of Rest's options, but Rest clicked onto that and really trying to keep Dimmy from stepping too much or just not letting him get a huge whiff punish. Insta duck into the last netting one.
Yeah, he had that locked and loaded, got them to the max damage. I think good from there. Now the pressure's on, just all the Flamingo Dimmy. Down back 2ing under the high, but Rest still able to just keep doing what he does best, enforce the pressure. And he just keeps stealing his turn back. He's using a lot of 1-2, and he's able to get into Flamingo very easily. Rest looking quite comfortable there in that first game.
Get ready for the next battle.
Let's see if we can keep that rolling. Now Dimmy having to think there. He's going to have to think about how to get away from Rest's tracking offense as well. You know, a lot of the Hwarang's options, you know, they're quite strong in the mix, but they have some really good tracking sometimes. And homing moves like that, Hwarang has quite a few of them. 1-2, closing the gap and delaying the option. You saw Dimmy instantly step to the right, hoping that an option would come out and you get that whiff punish, but Rest very aware.
Keeps him out there, smacking him into the floor. Heat ticking down. Lows are coming out though. With the Heat Smash available, it's a lot harder to duck. You know something like that's going to come out like that Heat Dash string. And Rest back at it with the low.
4 rounds straight. Very confident.
Good.
We'll try and check with that back one. Again, shimmying to the left. I was shimmying to the right once again. It's that back one. Oh, the push kick. Lost frames. Dimmy trying to get out of the way. Turns the tables there, gets him to the wall. This might be the momentum he needs. Tenderizes him.
Damage, yeah. Homing check, maybe trying to catch Rest moving. Out of the wall, 1 throw. Gives Dimmy a bit of that access. The flappy kick was there, no commitment.
Got the heat dash anyway. Ball back 2. Lost frames on that. A 4-3 plus 4. The flappy.
Yeah, using the mental frames. That last hit of the Hunting Hawk was looming. Rest used the first 2 hits only to get a Flamingo low off. And wow, from the stand switch. The launch punish there from Rest. It's really all with him at the moment.
Oh, excellent duck into the float. Gets the combo.
Yeah, that was clutch adaptation. He whiffed his initial jab. He still picked it up. Didn't panic.
Oh, interesting. Did the sidestep 2 into stance, expecting him to stay down and try to go for the stomp for extra damage.
Had to slash the air. Dimmy just trying to work his way to get at least his first round on the board here, but Rest, once he just gets in.
Or we're going to look at those plus frames. Oh, and again, the same way he ended the first
That's
game.
right, yeah. Seen that grab hit a couple times now. Dimmy maybe mind elsewhere, looking for something else maybe, and now it's his internal monologue is going off right now. Alarm bells are ringing. He's gonna have to get 3 games straight on rest, and we're going straight into the random stage. We're locked in with Heihachi now. Dimmy has a lot of work to do if he wants to move on against rest here.
A tall order, he can get it done. But it is gonna be difficult. Rest is just not letting up. His game plan has been working. He's not had to make too many adjustments to it either. It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
It's a lot of flamingo pressure. And sometimes Dimmy will maybe try and keep him out. Rest is ready to launch, ready to keep out.
I think Rest is really good at using the extra step evasion that Flamingo presents. You know, so he's constantly going to Flamingo, stepping, and then doing an option, hoping to avoid and then get a counter here for himself.
Perfect punish from Rest, and he's not afraid to just rip the low. The onslaught continues from Rest.
With that down forward 1-1. Now you're seeing Jimmy do a lot more down forward 1 and down forward 1 strings in this round and this game, right? I think he's just trying to take this opportunity, like, look, I'm going to nice sidestep into the electric. Yeah, compared to the first 2 games, he was trying to like step, try to get a punish, whatever. He wasn't trying to oppress Rest as much. But I think he's realized now that might be his best shot to try and change things up.
Wow. Using that low to set up the backdash electric with punish. Jimmy might finally be able to get on the board here. Tried, but dropped the combo, but insurance there with the downfall 1 string. All right. Jimmy smiles to himself and has the backing of the crowd as he gets on the board here in game 3.
Block on the power crush attempt. Only went for 1 jab in. A little bit of a trade. Rest throwing the 1-2s immediately.
Trying to get back into that Flamingo. Dimmy burns the heat burst. We don't see him do it too much, but Rest cheekily sends him airborne. Does an uncharacteristic combo drop from Rest, and he's going to pay really heavy for that. Dimmy has clipped in on counter hit with the electric, working to the wall. Range unavailable, it's not going to need it. Wall damage. All right. Dimmy, fully capitalizing on that mistake from Rest now, is on game point. Might be able to get on the board.
How the turntables turn.
That's it.
The floor has become lava. Oh, Rest is going in.
What, Dimmy might press into that. Went for the counter hit check.
Rest
Goes grab, and he broke that one. We've seen him missing a few breaks, particularly on the 1+2 throws. Just wants to blow up. Well, he's not going to need it for this round, and we've saved it. All right, Rest is on set point. Floor still available to whoever wants it.
Now, if Jimmy can't figure out some new options here, his tournament journey will end. He can get quite to the wall, but now Warriors Instinct needs to make this one count.
Yeah, the crowd loving it. Nuts for that. Didn't fully get what he wanted at the wall. Still has a massive life lead. God mode activated. Rest trying to push Dimmy into the corner, but the duck. Full crouch launch. Dimmy is going to be able to do some big damage here. Still has heat available. Bats him off the ground. And there it is, the guaranteed hit. Dimmy smiles last. Crowd goes wild, and he's on the board. And you know, off the lava, bouncing Rest like a basketball. We're on a basketball court now here at the Sports Centre. He's taking full advantage. The big Bundha Sports Centre.
I don't think I've seen the crowd get that hype so far today, more than we just saw just now for that.
Yeah, and well, look, he looked out of the game in those first 2 games. Rest had full control. Now all of a sudden, Dimmy capitalized on what was given to him. He's now got a game on the board. He looked totally out of it. Rest was building that momentum. It could have been 9 rounds straight, who knows? But not anymore. Dimmy now has a fighting chance. Can he bring it all the way back?
Pushing through, while setting 4-4, checking in with that stance 1.
I think Dimmy moved to the right. Still got trapped by that move by Rest.
Oh, okay, went for the stomp there, but not that positive on the frame, so Rest was able to just button through it. Went for the homing. Oh, Jimmy in trouble. Let's make something happen.
Oh, he baited his punch parry, right? There's a second hit there.
Yes.
But just Dimmy couldn't get much of it. He did good to let go, though.
All right. And the push kick, and closing it out with... Yo, these guys are doing 180 spins.
What are they doing? Back to those 1-2s. Rest just using the jabs. Getting to Flamingo all the time. Sends him airborne again.
Now, Rest's use of the slap kicks is really impressive for Dimmy. is making it very difficult. Again, the threat of that last hit as well really makes it a big commitment to try and challenge.
Jimmy tries to challenge. Down jab, got hit by the like kite there.
Oh, just out of range of that electric. Great spacing there from Rest, putting himself on set point here against Dimmy.
Yeah, it's a quick adjustment to get back to where he was before. Big counter hit at the start of the round. Will he burn the balcony break? He's going to use the heat burst. He's sort of heading the direction of the other wall.
Yo, he's jumping backwards. What's he doing? Yo, he's styloning, man.
Too flappy hit, tried to send him into the air again. All right, Dimmy. His last legs, can he show more signs of life? But Rest doesn't hesitate and burns the heat sweep. He's going to take it 3-1 over Dimmy, but Dimmy, man, did a good job to sort of pull himself out of those first two games, get a game on the board. It's just Rest adaptation is too quick, man. This guy is world-class, international level.
Big shout-out to Dimmy, though. Chef Dimmy had a great
Chef
run here.
Dimmy.
It's always a pleasure to see him back on the Tekken circuit. So I want to see him back again, next year at other events. There is also another challenger in Australia in September. That's also
right.
doing nationals. So, there's more Tekken action in Australia. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that. But up next, we have a South Australia team kill. Who do we got?
This is a big one. It's going to be Bobby versus Subject, a match I think we've seen many times, particularly in the late stages of our local tournaments. These are two players that are really trying to cement themselves as international names, right? So we've had, your Dions, your Yagamis that are like well known, I think, outside of our region. And Bobby and Subject, they're both also like they want to get to that next level. People know them. They both travel. They're very good. They're trying to just get that extra step, right? They want to get into that upper echelon, and getting a good result here is the start of that.
Yeah, especially being able to take out one of the two internationals that have come through in the form of Rest and Ulsan. If you can take out either one of those, that will, help catapult your reputation even further,
absolutely.
Especially in these longer first to three sets. We saw last week, I believe it was the Nexus tournament, that guy Arsalan, the Nina player from India, he took out some international talent and, people went crazy.
Yeah.
And, India started piping up as well. So they're feeling very proud of that, and it's helped get a lot more attention to both the players and the scene as a whole.
Yeah,
so these guys want to replicate that here.
These tournaments on the circuit, it's a great opportunity for everybody around the world to find out about the strong players that might not have the opportunity to travel. Or they just don't want to travel. They're just good. They're just at home, and they just happen to be good. And we get to see them here at events like this, or at Nexus, like you mentioned. It's fantastic to see what people can do, but as I said, this is our chance for OCE to show what we've got to everybody else. It's going to be Bobby versus Subject.
All right, let's get it going. On this lovely beach, white sand. Oh, and the big elbow.
Yeah, that's got to be scary, right? Subject, as a Dragunov player, as you do, wants to use that 1-2-1 to slow the momentum, get the heat engager off. But Bobby, duck while standing 2, that's gonna mess with those plans a little bit.
Bobby with a huge life lead. If Subject can bring this one back slowly, trying to recover some of his health. Really out of heat. Bobby trying to waste that heat timer. Heat dash uses it up, flips him over. Pigeon roll, smacks him.
There's life between the two of them. Bobby quickly pops the heat burst straight into the heat smash.
So calls the cousins, bro. They're all here.
They're all here. That's not fair. Yeah, Bobby just used his resource really quickly while he could to get that through.
Now, Subject's knowledge and experience, especially against Bobby, you can see him hesitating, but you can't blame him because there's a lot of situations. Oh, very nice combo here from Subject. There's a lot of situations where when you're approaching, Bobby's going to throw out that elbow, throw out a lot of Raven tools that are going to catch Subject. So he has to stagger it, and that is a lot of mental stack to bring in. Now back to 1. Gets ducked. All right, Subject using that heat dash. Closes it out, evens up the score, 1 apiece.
Yeah, all reliable. 1-2-1 was going to connect eventually for him there. Duck while standing 1. Maybe reading a jab or something. Either way, landing it on counter hit, still getting the same payout.
Alright, gonna get a whole chunk at this wall. Breakfast. Not something you want, I imagine.
And a full counter hit string there. Bobby had that on lock. Heat dash, very quick response.
7 golden letters. Bobby looking very dominant in this first game. Can Subject make something happen? And again, Bobby rotating, launching off, or like rotating big options at the start of each round, but this time Subject backed up. But again, no detriment there to Bobby.
Hot Subject trying to move around that downfall one. We know it tracks very well, and it's it's a
That's
pain
homing.
point.
I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. That's homing.
Yeah, it is. It's really pseudo homing. Bobby heat smash to close it, and yeah, that I'm telling you, that downfall one is going to mess with you. So you mentioned in the last game when we had Subject on stream that he wants to step a lot. He wants to get to your back, rip the 1-3-2 string. But downfall one's going to make that very quick. It's a very quick tracking tool. You got to worry about that second hit now in Tekken 8. There's a lot to think about. We're going to the Arena Underground. Party time.
A lot of stage shenanigans here, so
Yeah.
that will lead to a lot of unexpected and huge damage returns. And both of these players really like blending at the wall as well. So there's a lot of options in their toolkit. Nice float there. But there's a lot of options in their toolkit that allow like single straight hits to explode that wall. Let's see what Subject has in store for Bobby at the wall. As he tries to get away, hits him in the back. 1-2-1, activating that heat. Good position here for Subject.
Just tried to hit that up forward ball, given the wall was to his right.
On the slide, gets the combo. Picks up with that down back two.
Gets the most he can straight into the crouching sweep. Just following. Subject tried to roll out, that which is typical counterplay after Raven's full crouch sweep.
Subject fighting back. Slowly recovering a little bit with these blocked hits. And that down back two again. One of Raven's best tools for both offense and defense. Just works in so many great ways.
Yeah. Just need to chip away, right? Just keep doing those small moves till it works out. Which Subject is doing too.
Again, himself in the back turn. Oh, he wanted it. He wanted it.
Yeah, look, if that string came out, it might have been curtains for Subject. Bobby almost threading that while standing two in there.
All right, checking with that back one. Using the rest of his heat there for the plus frames. Subject scored, catches him in the back, smacks him into the wall like it was like a bug. He's like,
Yeah. And it was great. He went for the wall splat rather than the one string. It's it can be very easy to just crutch on one punish option whenever you're at somebody's back, but he did it depending on the stage situation. Which got him that extra damage. He's got the round for it.
it's a great display of Subject's environmental awareness. That elbow once again.
Bobby, despite getting hit, tried to challenge from back turn. Subject's gonna eye gouge him there. Gets the guaranteed follow up.
Hit him with the John Jones, you know what I'm saying? All right, 1-2-1. He's got that heat. Trying to push him near that wall. He wants to take another one. Plus frames. What's he got in store here for Bobby? Oh, goes for the back four string.
Wow, gets it just in between the hits there. And Bobby, with that low life, rips the heat launcher.
Well, couldn't get that last hit in. Bobby still has a chance, but so does Subject.
Smash gonna set up the mix, goes mid here, is stuck in back turn, turns away quickly. Subject just trying to desperately press his way back. And Bobby tried to use that third hit to catch Subject out, but he was too patient.
And again, that down back two extension, down back 2-1. That second hit, quite often, it's not ducked, right? You'd think, okay, it would be ducked every time, stay easy, but the mind game that they play, you're already thinking about what are they going to do right after this. You're not always looking for that second hit.
There's a lot to think about. Subject able to get a pickup here. Just dropping it, Bobby making him pay, not quite. Duck while standing two, refund though is going to help out. Well, look at the wall combo damage with the heat available as well. He's getting greedy. He tried. He was, I reckon, an inch off setting off the explosives there. Doesn't need him in the end, using the heat smash to close it out. But that was some great combo work from Bobby as he tries to get his second game here.
Doesn't want to even it out. Out of the air. Ooh, went for that up forward four. Was hoping to maybe get that near the wall and maybe get a combo off it. Bobby reaps reward of his own.
And mid again. I think he knows Subject is really looking for that crouching low because the mids are hitting a lot.
Good low jab defense there. Good interrupt. Bobby looking good. Oh, catched it with that last hit. Up forward four. Hits the mark. Subject has a lot of work to do. Activating that heat.
Crouch mix. Burns that heat smash, forces the plus situation, gets some life back, goes into crouch again. Pressure's on, Subject's putting it all on. Can he level it? He's got Bobby in the corner, but as he goes low, Bobby very smart to use the low parry, and he's gonna dash to hit that rage art. That was smart, right? Because Subject did a low string, right? If Bobby had blocked it, his punish would have got clipped by the second hit. Bobby low parried that, eliminated the mind game, and with that, well-optimized low parry combo has now gone 2-0 over Subject.
Amazing work. Very, very clutch there.
It's just the worst feeling when you're like, oh, I'm going to bring out my tricky low string, and then, oh, he's thinking about low parry. That's not good.
That's that experience. That's that familiarity. Key moments really change. They swing like a pendulum depending on what you have prepared. But game 3, Bobby has a 2-game lead. This could be lights up for Subject if he cannot turn this one around.
Yeah, and we know these guys are very well matched, typically evenly matched, but right now, it seems to be Bobby's day. What a duck and punish from back turn. He got hit in the back by the down forward 1, but still smart enough to turn around and duck the high. Yeah, guaranteed.
On 3, trying to build some momentum of his own, but Bobby's not letting him have it. On for that. Homing, down forward 1.
Shimmying around each other. Bobby a little tricky there. That might counter hit. Trades, fortunately, in Bobby's favor.
Gets that heat dash?
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, doesn't get what he was, maybe the full brunt of what he could have.
It's low life for both players right now. It's a desperate scramble. Fast pokes. Hellfire comes out. Subject couldn't get the whip punish, but Bobby couldn't get the mid either as he laughs to himself. Maybe out of pain, it really could have been his way. Could have kept the momentum. Subject taking the first round here in game 3.
I was definitely swinging back and forth. Bobby looking at closing the distance into the quicksand, into the literal sand.
Yeah.
Another back turn combo.
Well optimized from Subject. And again, stepping to the back. What a great punish as well. We don't see that too often.
And got extra damage though, because he woke up and then got stumped as well.
Yeah, that's right. Because in the back near the wall, all right. Subject's movement now starting to figure out where he can place it, but delays his timing a bit and eats Bobby's duck while standing 2. We see it so much.
Huge carry hit. Look at this damage. 98, he didn't use heat or anything.
Almost 3 digits, man. He's still going though. Hasn't stopped the damage. Count this onto the number. Bobby pressing and pressing and pressing. Subject couldn't play.
That was a one-player round for sure. I mean, that's what you need to do when you're at this stage of a tournament. Subject fighting back.
Bobby,
Mom said it's my turn on the Nintendo.
That's it. Let me on.
Give him the unplugged one. Here you go.
That's messed up. You can have the broken controller.
Third-party controller, have
Getting 2, pressure run. Just using that back 4 string. Bobby, he's good at recognizing heat burst to do parry, but Subject has done so much damage. The jab is well placed to get the flow. All right, Subject now. It's looking a bit more like we expected. He's got a game on the board. It would have been it would have been a shock if it was a 3-0 to Bobby.
Yeah, it would have been. It wouldn't have been. It would have been a shock, but not out of capacity, right? It's just more like, oh well. There were close games as well, right? There was some of them. So to see that 3-0 would be surprising, but not out of performance level. But we're seeing Subject now start to maybe hit a bit of his stride and figure out a few more things. But as you can see now, Bobby's starting to rotate some of the options and try and confuse Subject a bit more just to try and work out the rest of these rounds.
Looking with that down to these full crouch lows really starting to rack up now for Subject. Went out of the air, couldn't get him.
No, not this time. All right, back to big call out. Tried to go for the while standing 2, but nobody home.
Heat burst, but Subject moved around again. Wow, great adaptation there. Recognized.
The heat dash, flips him over, and the while standing 3. Yo, that was sick.
Yeah, that was very good. Bobby sort of nodding to himself there. He understands. Down forward 2-round start. It makes sense, right? There's been so much duck while standing 2 at the start. Subject finally cashing out on that.
Perfect time to scoops him up. Oh, catches him over the head. Big bonk.
Pokes low. Oh, Bobby right now. Subject retaliates, gets that up forward four that he loves to try and get in that wall situation, but maybe he wanted a little too much from that wall. He still, though, manages to keep his momentum after his small mistake. He's now a round away from leveling the set very quickly. As time goes on, he's getting better and better.
And Bobby, no fear at the start of that round as well. Immediate, duck button, right? So it might be one of those things where, subjects like, oh, maybe I can do it again later. And that's what Bobby's counting on, and he'll have that ready. Yeah. See, but everything's coming out.
Yeah, he doesn't want to take this to a final game. All right, 7 golden letters in response. Can Bobby close it out now for the 3-1, or is Subject going to take us to a last game here?
Russian assault. Can I go to his friends? It all gets the wall. Good awareness. Once again, we were talking about this with Subject before. Oh, yeah, Gypsy.
He got it this time, getting that tornado onto the wall. He trades.
It's the trade.
Yeah, probably favorable for Bobby. He's able to fully capitalize, get that whiff punish with the wake up while standing 1.
It's going to be a huge swing here for Bobby. Maybe going to get him very close to the breakable wall. Use up the rest of that heat. On for that back turn mid option. Excellent walk there from Subject.
Oh, he thought he was going to get the wall. He tried to burn the tornado, but an important crouch. Tried to do the string again. Bobby was smart to stand. Just shy of the wall. Can't get it. 12 seconds left. Subject needs one more hit. Bobby is pressing his way. He's trying to bring it back. Parry almost had it, but Subject able to recover quickly. Rips the low string. All right, we're going to a final game here, man. This is the close set we expected. Not in the way we expected, but man, the more time that you give Subject, he's looking better. We're not even leaving the stage. We're back on the secluded training ground to wrap this one up.
And that down back 2-2 duck, where he finally hit that, that was a pivotal moment in that round. I think that was a huge thing to be able to get him back on track. And those last few interactions, a good awareness, patience, and knowledge there from Subject, paying dividends and a huge scoop up. He is feeling like the flightless version. He has reascended back to his flightless form.
This is the 40-time champ here. He's back.
Stomping on him. Down 2 gets blocked. Excellent defense here from Bobby. Gotta let it all fly now.
Jab rips the mid, tries to go big. Bobby goes with a power crush, but Subject, patience, patience, patience. Gets the punish into the counter hit. All right, he's now in the lead.
Going for that elbow once again. 4-2 string trying to mind game with it, tracking him with that down 2. Bobby backing up, he's not really sure. This timing keeps changing. Gets the counter hit. Doesn't get everything else. But again, going for the double mid option.
Standing 2 is back, but drops it. Doesn't get too much for its Subject. Let off lightly.
Good break. Oh, threads the needle. It was in trouble.
He got right by the sidewall. Subject's going to be the one to capitalize fully here. Sends Bobby through the wall.
Parries that low.
They
heat dash again.
Kicks him on the ground, kicks him on the ground twice. What a read. All right.
Oh, again as well.
Subject gave him the third for good measure.
Oh, big call out attempt there. But again, as we were saying before, Bobby might just stop and wait for that defense. Was there. Didn't get too much off it though. And the classic 1-3 backstone combo here from Subject. Spikes him down, pigeon roll mix, goes for the grab. But Bobby gets a reprieve here, gets that wall splat. Will not want to let this opportunity go.
Heat string 1 this time. The power crush working, but another unfortunate drop on the sidewall. Subject still in it, tried to counter hit him with the second hit. Bobby saw it last week. All right, round on the board. Bobby still in it.
Starts off with that down 2, again willing to press, but again a big counter hit elbow. Bobby grabbing and snatching back that momentum, taking him near that breakable wall. He'll be able to get some huge damage. Carries him over. This is a huge combo. Stabilizes with the heat first.
Straight to the triple digits. Another wall breakers behind it. Didn't quite get it. Still going to be big damage here off the splat. Burns a heat dash. Probably one guess. Subject using the shoulder to get the punish.
Oh, lets it all rip. Crazy situation there for Raven. Goes for the down back 2. Doesn't let the second 2 rip. Still pressing here.
This
Excellent
time,
combo.
Gets the punish big time. 1-3-2 in the back. I think Bobby thought the G-Clap counter hit. Weird wall situation. Takes it away from Subject. But the G-Clap, he's dropped a crucial moment at the wall. He's got to kick him in the leg. It's one hit. Either way for his Subject. He's going to dash into the back four. Scramble C between them both. But Subject the reverse sweep. He was 2 games down. That was crazy, but man, in the face of an issue in front of him, Subject still had the composure to close it out.
Oh, sorry, hello.
He's airborne. Oh.
Real, I instinctively hopped out of my chair. That was the, you know when people go under crazy life-threatening moments and their whole life flashes before their eyes. I wasn't even in the match, and my life was flashing before my eyes. That forward roll. Holy
I don't know what that was. That's running
Jesus.
4, actually. No, it's running 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
We've
went for
never
running.
seen him
No, he
proper,
went for running 4,
and he got
the forward.
roll.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, we good.
My jacket's fallen
Chill.
on the ground and everything.
Oh, sorry about that.
I almost fell off the chair. All right.
If they had a cam pointing at us, like currently, bro. I was nearly out there. There's a window behind us. I was nearly out there.
Yeah, we're gonna break this table.
Crazy. But well played to Bobby. Will fall out, I think, around 5th place, sorry,
Yeah,
I believe,
right.
yeah. So Subject will be moving forward. And that was a huge comeback. You know, that, again, once again, we saw another. If that was the first of 2, it's over. It's over.
It is, yeah. Very
Huge.
quickly too.
3 games straight. And the adaptation was impeccable. He wasn't able to capitalize on every single situation, but you could see he understood Bobby's intentions and Bobby's plan coming in. You know, I think like all the quicksands hit, for example, and I started to realize like Subject was not willing to duck in the situations that Bobby wanted him to duck in. He's willing to eat the lows and then wait for the opportunities where Bobby's not thinking about, okay, he's probably not going to duck here. That's when those shoulders came out.
Yeah.
That's when a few while-standing punishes came out. So that was very, very well done from Subject. But here we have the winners finals here, Chips. We have Yagami versus Ulsan.
I've
First
seen
to
this
3.
one a couple times as well.
Yeah, and most recently at TGX, actually.
Yep.
And at that time, you know, historically, prior to that, Yagami had a winning record on Ulsan. That is no longer the case, I believe. So, I think after this one, we'll see where that tips.
Yeah.
But Yagami was not able to defeat Ulsan previously. It was actually very one-sided. You know, especially after Yagami, you know, he'd taken a few months off traveling. You know, he was, training here, playing here, while Ulsan was, you know, still traveling the world, still putting in that work. And, you know, he was lovely enough to come down to TGX and, you know, show us what he'd been learning. So now I want to see what Yagami has after the start of the first half of this TEKKEN World Tour season, the first third. You know, we've got Rest up on the there before, don't worry. Anyway, we've got Rest making a cameo. You know what's funny? Rest also is from Ulsan.
There you
So
go.
Ulsan, the
It's his
city.
place of
So we're just
birth
talking about
instead of the
geography here.
person.
But here we go. Winners finals here, Chipsy. We've got DNS Ulsan versus Magenta 62 Yagami.
What
He's
is
actually
that?
a free agent, by the way. If any teams want to pick him up, let me know.
Do I want to know what Magenta 62 is? Is it a new group?
Probably.
Is it a girl group?
Statistically likely. All right, 1-2, keeping him in check. Trades with the down forward 1. All right, Yagami backing up. You can see Ulsan, again, we said this is a long set. We keep harping on about this, but you can see the way players change their style. You can see Ulsan trying to feel Yagami out, see what his intentions are, see what he's looking to do. Excellent with punish there. Amazing spacing from Yagami. Oh, wow. And gets the launch.
Oh, we see Yagami go to that option so much. Wall to wall to wall. Going to use that heat dash, stomp the ground. It's not going to be enough yet.
All right, gets up at the 4. And the down back 2, big risk, big detriment there. And, you know, usually from Yagami, I was low-key expecting him to do the down back 2 in the combo to carry to the wall. Because honestly, you know, if anyone knows his gameplay, it's me. I would usually expect him to do that. But I think maybe that was on his mind. Oh, why didn't I do that? And then he threw it out at the end, potentially. But right now,
I think so.
Ulsan gets that high grab. Checking with that while setting 1. Breaking again. Trying to push him near that balcony. He wants it.
It's scary.
He wants to go demolition mode.
One check, just poking at the feet here.
Russian assault, pushing him back, checking. Yo, that was crazy. Just out of range of that down back 2. Got some straight up alien, abduction back there, but everyone seems to be chill about that, I guess. Yeah. Don't look over there.
Back there.
Yo, this Men in Black just come in, you didn't see nothing. All right, goes to the pigeon roll, gets that backhand, and that switchblade kick. Ulsan, 2 rounds ahead. And you know, some of these rounds, they're starting with a really good look here from Yagami, but Ulsan's just able to snuff that out and just take it back home. Trying to go for that back one. The attempt on the call out there with the while standing 2, not too much of a punish. Their hull sweep approach starting to come into play.
They're all coming out now. I think it's Yagami's realized, you know, I just need to kick this guy's legs. It's a way I'm going to get damage. I need to open him up, force the mistake.
With that forward 2, oh, all right, and the back 2. Close it out. Yagami getting on the board.
Just that more aggressive approach. Working out. Also, you know, the type of player to let you sort of do the big stuff, let you hit it many times. But when it comes to what he needs, I think that's when he's going to start ducking.
Will he be? But again, that may be to his detriment as well. You always got to think about it. You never know what. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You never know what they're planning as well. And back 43. It's a nice punish. Sidestep 2 string. Immediate jab to snuff out anything Yagami had in store. Hatchet's coming out again. Ulsan has the highest hatchet ratio on the planet, I feel like, for Dragunov. He just knows when the opponent is blinking or thinking about something else, wondering what's for dinner, and just not ready to block it.
Got to use it. You want that big damage. Yagami doesn't have much life to play with here. Double down forward one. Pigeon's not required. Ulsan is going to take that first game, just poking it out.
It was very, like, we said it before. It was Yagami's got those moments where it looks like it's all Yagami. You know what I mean? He is so good at comebacks as well, but Ulsan is just able to just hit the brakes so hard. It's like being in one of those learner cars, and the trainer just has that brake on his side, and whenever Ulsan feels like it, he's able to just hit that. Everything stops.
It's a level of control that we've seen many times from Ulsan. It like, you know, you've mentioned that him and Yagami have gone back and forth a lot, but you know, given that Ulsan is, you know, someone who's, you know, pretty much cemented
One of the goats.
in the World Tour.
Yeah, one of the goats.
You know,
In the World Tour as well, yeah.
This is something Yagami would really want to win, this tournament, right? Get that 300 points on the challenger. Ulsan is the main roadblock for him, though. So if he can get over this, it is a good look for him. It is a good chance to set him up.
And this is, we're about 3 or so weeks out from EWC as well. Both these guys will be attending.
Yep.
And for Yagami, this is probably the last international heavy practice he'll get before that. So he's gonna have to make it count. Get scooped up with that sidestep as well.
Yeah, with the launch punish as well on the whiffed electric, not easy to do. You have to be really frame tight with that.
Well, he knew. He knew.
That was
He's not
smart.
falling for it.
What an answer for it. Didn't want to get auto parried. Use the heat of Dragunov here. Sets up the wall, burns the heat smash. It's going to be a guessing situation for Ulsan kicks. The hatchet you mentioned, he's good at using it, getting the counter hit this
Surgical.
time.
Absolutely surgical with it.
Right, stage change now. Floor blast in full effect here.
4+4 string. Excellent punish there from Ulsan.
Oh! Yeah, just called him out. Heavy, maybe sensed the grab coming. Baited it, ducked and launched it.
Cap's going to use that floor. There it is, 4-4-3. Again, going to scale his combo quite heavily, but he would rather take it away than let Ulsan have a chance at it later.
Or just delayed the stance a little bit, right? Hit the 2, the 1-1, sets up the sidewall. Goes for unblockable setup, gets the unblockable, need to be a guess for game situation. Ulsan not going to be able to recover that long.
Yeah, like 80%. He had an 80%
so
wide
much.
out.
Yagami snuffed it out quick though.
Right, backing up. Nobody wants to overcommit. Off the blue sparks Russian assault. Yagami checking with that down forward 1. Small poking. Where's that big one coming? Oh, while standing 1 gets blocked. Activating heat with that forward 4-2 into the snap kick to the head. It's all coming up. Yagami, could he get on the board shift with a game?
Yeah, caught him, ducking shimmy. Gonna get that guaranteed into the heat dash. It's gonna be the stomp. Now,
holding that duck.
more, or maybe 2 more. There it is. All right, the swipe, the slash. Yagami loves to use the homing check at the end. His game is on the board. Crowd going crazy as Yagami levels it to 1 apiece.
Dylan, thinking about it. He's feeling good. He's like,
He's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm in EWC.
Okay, just adjusting some buttons here. Are we going to the air? Oh, maybe the Kuni?
Okay.
Maybe testing ground here for Ulsan, but maybe what he might be preparing at future events.
Yeah, man, look, Ulsan is one of the people that rates this character quite highly.
As he
Going
should.
on the record saying Kunimitsu is top 5, and I agree, he should. I think this character's strength is underestimated.
It's too soon, for people. Oh, what? Hey. Oh, all right.
He doesn't need it.
Get your baited, Chipsy and Brown, man.
He doesn't need it. But he showed it. He showed that he's thinking about it.
It's a threat. It's a threat. It's like in those gunslinger movies where they lift their jacket a little bit just to show that they've got. Yeah, I'm packing this Kunimitsu, my man. Don't make me bring it out.
Yeah, no,
I keep that thing on me.
He's not going to bring the weapons out yet. He's gonna, he's gonna stick it out. Not many people have had. It's still early days in terms of Kunimitsu users and people who have to defend against it. So it is a bit of a wild card pick, but we'll see if it comes out later. If he even needs it. Seems confident in the Dragunov for now, but Yagami right now running away with this first round, keeping the pressure on.
Ulsan trying to find an opening, but Yagami just one mistake is all he needs, and there we go. 1 round, 1 game, 1 round ahead here for Yagami. Trying to catch him with the homing. Good duck there.
2-hit tried to confirm, but Ulsan backdashed out of the grab. Caught him on a hatchet though. That is a big block and punish. Moving away from the stage, Yagami sets Ulsan up on the wall, pops the heat.
Knock him down. Oh, was expecting him to get up. Didn't have that ready. This is gonna hurt. Gets a counter hit grab, excellent break. And the heat dash to get away from the wall. 1+2 expecting a move or a button.
Pressure now, it's all running 2s from Ulsan, 1 button gaming. Yagami does well to step around.
1-4-2 gets punished. Very mana Russian assault. Backs up. Checking with that down back 2. Oh, went for that hell sweep, but Ulsan a few frames ahead. Could get back on the board with this one while sending 4-4 into the mid stump. 2 rounds ahead here in game 3.
That was a great wake-up attack, by the way. He stayed down, Ulsan went for the low, and if Yagami stood up, he would have died.
And Ulsan going for the hard walk while Yagami's doing a little jig or something.
Just ducking at him, staring at him.
He's just staring there menacingly. Wave dashing in his face, Gonzalo's running 4+ frames, trying to put the fear of God into Ulsan. The pigeon roll into the backhand.
On the wall, set him up, big damage. Tried to kick him. He's doing well when he needs to get up.
Ulsan was like, what's a god to a pigeon? Gets that switch kick. Activating heat. This is a good situation here for Yagami, and there it is, the sidestep electric into the insta tailspin. Gets the re-wall splat. Plus frames, using that heat. Wants to keep him near that wall, Chip.
Just electric. Yagami doesn't need much, but what a use of the heat dash to get a bit of recoverable. It's a big whiff top kick, but the wall situation was not favorable to Ulsan. Yagami is able to capitalize. He's turned it around. It's 2-1. What an adaptation. All right, Ulsan with a decision to make. We saw him fake the character select before. Is he going back? It's some.
What's he looking at us like that? Oh, okay. He just looking right at the camera. I was like, hello?
Crowd really behind Yagami, as you'd expect. Hometown hero right here.
I'd be pretty weirded out if they're not behind him, to be honest.
Yeah, boo.
Boo earns.
Dragunov and Ulsan looking the same right now. Pondering in thought. A decision to make. Do we stick it out? Because you're locked in now. Whoever you pick, you're going with. Hovering the Azucena. That's an option.
You can run this, Chip.
He's locked her in. I'm bloody hype, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess I got my characters today. You get yours.
All right, and they got the stage buff as well. All right, we're going to the Ortiz farm. We've seen Ulsan in the past bring out the Azucena and able to do well. Soup Tekken League, man, he was putting in results with this character as well. It's one of his pocket picks in the rotation.
Now, what's actually interesting here is I'm sure Yagami was not prepared for this pick specifically for Ulsan, but we know his Azucena experience is quite good because of you, actually. So we'll be interested to. I'll be interested to see. I think he's got enough experience with you to really make this work. It'll really come down to how Ulsan's timing and playing with his particular option.
Yeah, and just mistimes the wall combo there, but able to get the situation again. Thought he could get the spike, but it didn't actually put Yagami on the wall.
Yagami looking good at the moment, using up his heat. First hit of the hunting.
Heat burst. Can Ulsan use the heat to get back into the game? Gonna burn the heat smash immediately, and the Lib 2 is gonna put Yagami onto the wall. Ulsan trying to get as much damage as he can. It's similar life situation. Ulsan twitches and crouch into that while standing 3. He's able to take the first round.
It's a good lead so far. You know, first round, it's a good standard to have. But now Yagami has the ability to try and make this one back, try to get that back of their head. We got King Hitman.
That was well stepped around to the back. Damage was minimal because it hit in a weird part of the stage. Yagami sets up the corner. Here comes all the Reina Heat shenanigans. Puts on the pressure and uses the 3 to go under the jab. It's going to send Ulsan off to the balcony. And we're going to that next wall.
Keeps him near there, using up that heat. And the Hell Sweep, big call out there from Ulsan, ready with that punish, and has all the heat ready to go.
I was saying it before, he lets you get comfortable with it, man. But when he needs it, he's going to start blocking it. All right, 16 seconds left on the clock. Yagami still maintaining a significant life lead. Instant retaliation from Ulsan with a heat smash. He's jumping around. He's dancing from full screen, just trying to chip Yagami out. It's a similar life situation. 5, 4, but Ulsan is going to step to Yagami's back with the 1-2 punish. All right, the Azu Center is looking pretty good right now.
Oh, that King hit, that big swing, start of the round. Excellent block, max punish.
He was ready for that. There are 2 lows from full crouch on Azucena, so it's very good that Yagami was able to get the launch. Gonna burn one of many wall blasts down here in the casino.
Offensive up, is gonna go again.
He's
You were
flinging
just
it
talking
around.
about it.
It's combo practice mode. I'm just gonna bounce you off all the walls. All right, Yagami with the combo, 7 golden in response. A round on the board here. 2 more will be enough to seal the deal here on winner's side.
Yo, that round, Ulsan spent more time in the air than on the ground. Bro's a pilot at this point, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he's at a free experience. Oh, Yagami rips the full armored string there. It's very unsafe. Ulsan knew that. Getting the punish, it's big wall damage. We know the damage Azucena can do at the wall. Yagami not ready for the launch this time. Maybe thought it was the other full crouch low. And Ulsan keeps the pressure going. All right, it's going to be 2-2 now, and the character switch working in his favor.
It's going to be interesting. That adaptation from Ulsan, obviously different guy. Are we going to see a Reina or a Kuni?
This is an interesting.
Oh, going back to.
He's considering the Elisa. It is a good pick. The matchup-wise for Elisa is heavily Elisa favored. It's just the real question is, does Yagami have the experience, the hours he needs to make it work against Ulsan top tier? He doesn't do it. You sound very happy. He's locked in Reina, and I think it's the right decision. I don't think he's been brushing up on the Elisa for this. I don't think he prepped it. He almost did it. But no, he's sticking with what he knows best. He's going to try and get the job done with Reina.
Love to see it. And again, all the Reina fans and Yagami fans at home, you know, they want to see Reina. He's the Reina. Yeah. He's on planet Earth. I don't know what's going on Mars, but on Earth, it's him. Oh, very strong running 3-2.
Stop it. San just trying to use that homing. Power crush straight after, not allowing Yagami to get in.
Oh, stopping with that jab. Oh, another wall jump.
Jumps off the wall over. Low attempt.
Off the wall.
Big wall damage as well. Heat available for Yagami. Gets that wall splat with the down forward 1-2. Gonna try and maximize that damage. Not quite, didn't connect. Gonna set up a guess for round situation here. He's just poking and poking. Ulsan's happy to wait. Will Ulsan find that one opportunity? He doesn't have much time left to do it. 15 seconds left. Yagami just gonna use that low. All right, back in the lead now officially.
And well done there from Yagami. He hit the brakes right on time. Ulsan was expecting a continued onslaught there, so he was trying to go for that counterplay. But Ulsan got a slight health lead here. Trying to build up. Excellent whip punish. Again,
went for grab.
Trying to test him. He's trying to test him.
That was very smart. All right, homing move. Hits for Ulsan, but Yagami uses the parry. Knows the recovery slow. Hits the electric.
Yeah, you have to lab a lot of those and know which ones that works
Man,
for.
I've eaten that like 1,000 times. I'm telling you. Heat smash from Ulsan. All right, it's close. Yagami still has heat. Will Ulsan give him the chance to use it? Maybe not, it's a pixel. All right, one apiece now, game 3. Sorry, last game.
A very hype moment there from Yagami. Amazing tech, you know, again, catch it on Twitter. But again, with that while setting 4-4 he committed to, that I think that ended up costing him in the end. Ulsan was ready with that heat smash. But let's say 1 round apiece. Go down to the wire, dashing in front of his face.
It's tense.
Excellent. Oh,
he
gets out of the way.
For it. Yagami turned around. Maybe the lack of experience. You know, we don't see the Aussie Center too much from Ulsan. Didn't have the right punish after the lib evade.
Cracks him with that 4-4-2. Running 3. It wasn't ready. Wasn't expecting that one to hit, perhaps.
Oh, went mid. Got Ulsan pressed into the string, but weird cross up at the wall. Yagami's going to put him back there with the grab. He had the whiff punish. He didn't commit to center, but that's going to do the job. All right, Yagami now on set point here to take it against Ulsan. Move on to winner's side grand finals. Can he do it?
One more bubble's all he needs. He's spinning at him, spin to win. Comes in with those hell sweeps, goes for the double low. Ulsan trying to find that opening, but Yagami looking rock steady. Slowly chipping away his health.
Dead. He ripped the full thing. He saw that last week. All right. Wall's there. He's not going to use it though. Wasn't sure. Counter hit. Generic grab. All right. Ulsan enraged. Yagami's moving in. Heat on the table for both plays. Double wave through. Ulsan really needs to do something now. Yagami's about to win it.
All right, activating heat both at the same time. But Yagami has an amazing health lead, but heat smash coming out. Ulsan looking for blood. Up 4-3+4, trying to lock him down. Gets the heat smash into the stomp, closing it out. Yagami taking it over Ulsan in this winners finals 3-2 in an absolute nail biter. We had unexpected character appearances. We had chill time in the character select, and we have absolute masterclass from both of these players. There's a good chance they'll meet again, but right now, Yagami has secured his place in the grand finals here at BAM16 at the Bundha Sports Centre here in Melbourne. Holy
Once again,
Gypsy, what's going on, man?
It doesn't
what's
get closer than that.
I know it's bittersweet to see the Argentina lose like that. But
it's ammo for me.
Yeah.
It's ammo for me. With
Check
the,
his Twitter.
Twitter people. Nah, but all jokes aside, what a result from Yagami. Man, I don't look calm, and I'm significantly looking more calmer than I feel. I locked in when I saw the camera coming, man. I'm buzzing. But with that, I need a break. I think I need a break in the seats and at home too. We're going to be taking short break. Please don't go anywhere because more hype stuff like that is just around the corner.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Battle Arena Melbourne 16. I'm the ever-hydrated brown man, joined by the ever-caffeinated Chipsy. And now, oh, we have our next match. Subject was...
Security, can we get this guy out of here? Get this guy deported. Okay, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what happened. You go to the bathroom for 2 minutes, and you get random people coming on. Get this guy, yeah, get him. Hit him, tenderize him a little bit too, yeah? Thank you, yep. All right.
I didn't need to hear that guy talk.
That's crazy, that's crazy. I'm straight up getting impersonated out here, man. This is some Eminem Stan stuff going on, I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys for coming back for whatever this is. But we've got some tasty matches for you guys. Let's take a look at the bracket for you guys. Who have we got, Mr. Chipsy?
All right, so on that Grand Finals winners side, Yagami is waiting after that dramatic close 3-2 win over Ulsan. All right, so the game's coming up next. Waiting in the loser semi is going to be Rest versus Subject. Winner of that is going to move on to face Ulsan in the losers final. We're coming to the last leg of this. My God, the games. I'm not going to lie, I was like shaking for 10 minutes after that last one that we had. So, man, it's only going to get better from here. Rest versus Subject, man. Subject really hitting his stride both days, really, but coming into full form here on Sunday. Man, tall order ahead of him, someone who's played against Rest a lot himself. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out.
Again, I will always repeat this because it looks so amazing. This is new age Ned Flanders we got on stage, bro.
That's it.
But Rest, I think these guys have played, you know, in the Tekken 7 era, right? There was a period of time, I think Rest was rocking the Wi-Fi too, so there's a lot of people didn't
got the buff.
Yeah, so
You can play in any circumstance.
I think there's a lot of times where, you know, people weren't keen. But Subject was playing quite a lot of online. Even now, he's probably one of, you know, he's got some of the highest ranks in the region, right? So I think we've seen him really absorb a lot of the different play styles, different skills. And I want to see what Rest actually set the tone for a lot of the players that we have in the region now. He taught a lot of players, maybe even not directly, but also just from experience. But he's going with the Raven here. He's like, okay, you dealt with Bobby's Raven, but I'm not Bobby. Let's see what you can do with my Raven. Historically, Rest Raven, you know, he learned from, you know, one of the best Ravens in Korea previously. That was his teacher. So, curious to see what he has.
He went for parry straight out of the gate, just testing if Subject's ready for those, you know, level 1 setups. He was able to get that little flash duck while standing one here, get big damage.
Going for that low, trying to send that mix. Oh, stabilizes. Wall to wall to wall? No way. That was a sick combo.
Yeah, the tip of the toe to get right on the end there. Now Subject with a chance to get back in, or maybe not. Rest. Use that jab string to get out of the pressure, getting around on the board.
He dashed close it. Get opening up with that elbow.
It's the Raven classic apparently. Subject scouting out that full crouch low. We saw him eating a lot of the mids from while standing against Bobby. So I think, you know, blocking that low is something that's often on his mind, especially on this stage, right, where you can go downstairs. It is a floor break.
I'm checking with the mids again. I was talking. How does Subject find his way here, man? He's just putting it on his GPS every time, and it's like, yep, 2 seconds to the destination. Yeah.
Jumping over the low attempt with the up forward four. All right, Subject's turn to get around on the board here.
Step on the down forward 1 check at the round start. So Rest is constantly working left, and Subject is aware of it, but he's just having trouble really catching him and making him pay for it every time. Excellent block.
Trying to get that side switch early. Wall is still quite far away.
Swipes that low.
He just went for back turn, and Rest tried to snake dash to change timing, but Subject had already committed to the side step down forward too.
To get him to the wall. Flips him over. Goes for the pigeon roll low. 1 more big hit's all he needs.
He didn't rip the full string. That is a critical mistake, man. Subject could have killed had he committed to that full crouch down forward 1-4. Instead, Rest saw the opportunity, sent him downstairs with the full crouch low.
I think once they made some changes to that move, I think there's no point in not pressing both buttons, right? Yeah.
It doesn't come out
Yeah.
anymore, right? Only the first hit.
1-3. Alright, top of the legs. Trying to redeem himself from that round. Can't be worried about those type of situations. Can't carry it over. You need to come in fresh every round and be ready.
A little poke, but Subject kept him out with the up forward one. Okay, he's leveled it, but surely he could have won that first game.
You can't be worried about what could have been. Oh, that would come back 2-string.
Dark while sending 2 counter hit, alright. Rest setting himself up well to take this game 1. Heat not spent by either player, but Rest pops it right now.
Checking with that back turn hit, down 2, Subject in a bit of trouble, but definitely seen him make even bigger comebacks than this.
Oh, the demon paw from Raven.
Still alive.
Yeah, I don't think he was ready for the wall to be there. Wasn't thinking about the combo, but it didn't matter anyway. That low poke will get him across the line. And he's taken that first game, but a little unlucky for Subject, man. Maybe input not coming out on that round-winning opportunity he had for full crouch. But now, can't think about it now. As you mentioned, you got to get straight back into it.
The clones are here.
Witness the results of my training.
Crazy how much training he did compared to the previous games, how much powers he had. Now it was like, got all kinds of stuff. I don't know where he went, hyperbolic time chamber. But okay, game 2. At the hang up. Excellent. How does he do it, Chipsy? How does he do it?
It was good, right? It looked like it hit him front facing for a second. When he was actually back turned, Subject had recognized that, probably due to the experience in the lobby. He's probably been there many times.
Oh, he's going for a fancy combo here. Goes for the QCF2. Maybe he was trying to go for the side switch one.
I think so.
Yes.
Heat that shoulder.
So for those of you who don't know at home, yeah, Dragunov has a combo like that where if you use the shoulder heat dash, it switches sides and it's maybe planning to take it back to the wall. I've seen him do it before.
Yeah. But when it works, yeah. Dragunov's wall combo is devastating. A chance to set it up.
A hatchet, checking with that down back 2.
Oh, shoot it. The quarter circle ball was 1.
Dragunov electric.
All right, counter hit there, rips the full back 4-string to get the guaranteed follow-up. Subject looking not deterred from the last game. 2 rounds straight here in game 2.
Looking clean.
Just popped the wall standing to a little too early. Caught Raven when he's still in a float status.
Go for the power crush from down back 2, back turn. Oh, okay, you don't see that too often. It's a good option there as well for a quick crush.
Yeah, like for 1-2-1, right? When they're going for the jab strings, that's going to counter hit launch it. If it evades that first height, it will counter hit the second. Subject snipes Rest out of the air with the heat burst, doesn't have the conversion.
Just flush runs the wall, hatchet. Taking a page out of Ulsan's book.
When he has the time to, well, he can come back, he's going to go
Rest.
mid.
Oh, that's going to kill. All right, Rest getting back on the board in game 2. The Subject feeling it there. He knows he needs to straighten up here and just try to close out this second game.
Subject with the quick punish. Second hit almost put Subject on the wall, just out of range.
The Subject, or Dragunov especially. I've seen Subject do this a few times today, actually. And in the tournament overall.
Just makes that move so much better when the wall's there. Subject goes pigeon low. Gonna put on the wall because Subject is in back turn.
Oh, he
tried
got
to
caught!
parry it. I think he's mistimed it. And what was a good read and a good attempt has turned out to be a bad idea in the end. Subject getting the wall split with the second hit. Quickly and safely into the rage art. It's 1 apiece now.
That active window can be quite tricky. It feels like it was maybe a bit too early.
Yeah, I think so. I think you need to wait because there is a delay.
He's looking right at us. All right. Let's see what Rest has installed. Are we going character select or rematch with random? Like, he must be so confident that, look, Warang's just not going to work.
Yeah.
And I wonder why that is exactly. But, you know, his reasoning is there, and he's committing to this Raven, at least for now. I think he's got one more chance. He's got one more chance to switch if he takes another loss.
Well, look, Subject is looking comfortable. That first game, technically his. Second game, definitely his. But
Progression.
can Rest just make the adaptation?
Alright. Play kick once again. Off the plus range. Staggering the timing. Trying to catch him on a counter hit. Oh!
Wow. Side switch shenanigans to set up the wall and set up the heat as well.
We were talking about Rest combos. Oh, the reversal.
Versus tried to pump the break there, but the full back four string to Subject. He continues looking good, man, on this Dragunov. Time straight into the full grab. As soon as Subject sees he has the time, he's out there enforcing it.
Those legs once again. Again, he really likes to down back into the back to instant power crunch, hoping that Subject pressure.
Again, just lows on lows. Subject is confident to just close it out with them. Working on another confident win, full rip. That was actually very smart. Made sense, the duck while sending two, and then that third hit is guaranteed if you counter hit the second. He just ripped the whole thing. I don't think you can confirm that the way he did it then. I think that was a hard
he had to commit.
Paid off big time.
Maybe these Dragunov specialists know something we don't. Let us know.
He got clipped by that second hit. Subject is looking very good right now. Snake dashes into the low, finally goes mid. Right where Rest ducks. He knows when he's standing, when he's crouching. Subject.
Like
now
Santa, he knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're wrecked. Subject knows when you're standing, he knows when you're crouching.
We gave him Cole, unfortunately, if you're a Rest fan.
Alright, what are we going to get here? There we go. Maybe he'll feel like he should have done this from the start, but he's got a big hill to climb, definitely doable. But Subject, all he needs is 3 of those bubbles, and he's knocking Rest out. This is for winners finals.
This is a scary opportunity. This winner will be facing Ulsan, right? Waiting.
Yes, that's
on the
right.
loser's side.
These guys are playing for minimum top 3.
Yeah, top 3 ticket, losers final ticket. Subject set up well here.
Alright, let's get it going. Can Subject close this one out? You know the fans want it. The rest. 2 games he needs to secure with this Warang that he initially seemingly couldn't count on maybe in that moment. But it's all down to Warang now.
Yeah, we'll see if we're about to find out why that's the case, or will Rest bring it back. Pushes Subject to the wall with a heat engager.
We're down 3, classic Warang offense. All 3 strings coming out. Set down back 3. The feet are flying.
Yep. Kick him in the shin. Subject going back to those low. Down forward 1, just down forward 1.
Double checking.
Ooh, and Rest resorted to the back 1 there. Fortunately caught Subject for his sake.
Excellent step.
Get that post, what a call out under the jab with the QCF2. What a hard read. Caught Rest retaliating. Gets to the wall, gets a little something.
Got those frames. Checking with the back 4 string. Pigeon roll into the low to close it out. Subject continuing his lead. 2 rounds away from knocking Rest out.
To back 1 again, Rest is starting to use that a lot, right? You know, on this season it is minus 15. Subject with an important launch of the QCF1 going to that wall break right here.
Now, Subject really able to capitalize on these uncharacteristic mistakes here from Rest. You know, the spacing that Subject is using, especially for that, you know, that get-up kick with punish, right? Rest, you don't usually see make those type of commitments. But Subject maybe just got him really, you know, befuddled and maybe a bit nervous.
Yeah. Counting check, there it is again, all reliable, up forward 4, near the wall. Subject, 1 too many hits on the wall, couldn't get the conversion. Can Rest capitalize? Heat dash, Subject, they're panicking their way out, they're pressing their way out. Subject, 2 hits, all right, 1 round away. This is so important for him. We were talking about making a mark, wanting to beat the best. Well, Rest is here, and he's 1 round away from doing it.
4-4-3 tracking Subject a little bit. Russian Assault looking at those plus frames, went for that low, but 1-2-1 landing on the mark. Excellent block there from Rest. Trying to stop Subject in his tracks. Cannot afford any mistakes, but 1 reveals itself.
Big down forward 2 there from Subject. Again, where that wall is looming behind Rest. Subject has the life lead. Pigeon mid. He's waiting. He's like, get up, kick in the ground. Heat dash. Mix up. He's got on the heat burst. Rest.
Trying to push Subject to the wall. Goes to that while sending 4. Lets the heat fly. Subject in trouble, but still on the verge, on the cusp. Can he make it happen? Oh, it's into 1+2. Went for the pigeon roll backhand, but no dice. Rest fighting for his life. Subject still on tournament point here, Chipsy.
Yeah, Rest really needs to do this. That back 1 in the neutral got clipped by the down 2. Subject back into full crash. Goes grab. He wasn't ready. We haven't seen many grabs. That's huge for Subject. Back 1+2. Went for another one.
He's really trying to go for these grabs, maybe sensing that Rest is not ready to break all of them. You can't break them all, and Subject is trying to prove that here. But 1-3 goes for the shoulder. Rest in a bit of trouble, not much life health to recover. Down 3 string, flies with that heat.
Perfect range as well, able to get him on the wall and convert. Subject had a big life lead. It's all with Rest now. Pressure, left Flamingo. Goes high, but Rest in the heat of the moment didn't feel like he needed to press. He was ready for the string, and honestly, that could have gone either way. We saw Subject, he tried to burn the Heat Dash shoulder, and it got absorbed by Rest's Heat Burst. If he opted for Heat Smash instead, it's GG's. All it is one decision, and it's totally changed the outcome of this. We're now going to a final game.
Man, if we had a heart rate monitor on these guys, that would be both in the 4 digits. This is absolutely insane. But it's all coming down to this, Chipsy. We got Rest and Subject. 2 games each. We had Raven coming in to introduce the match. But Hwarang here to try and close it out. Dragunov always with Subject. Always taking him to the line. Let's see if we can get an over.
Subject trying to just rebuild any momentum that might have been lost by that last round. Rest gonna recover so much life off that heat engage. He had the duck while standing 2, but they ended up trading. All right, heat dash for Subject, down 2. Down 2.
Well, then while standing 3, good challenge there. Gets the extension, running 3, puts him in that corner, not where you want to be. And catch him in the back again!
Subject special 1-3-2 in the
option.
back. Gonna use the rage art. The wall was there. Good decision. Takes some time. Both players now. Man, minds must be racing as they watch the movie.
I'm gonna close that gap. Who's gonna commit first? And the down forward 1. Excellent option, safe option. Subject getting back in the lead.
Pigeon tried to down jab. Maybe ripped it a little early. Flappy.
I go for homing, you know Subject likes that lateral movement, but the trade is going to cost Subject. Rest's going to be able to take the point of the wall and get his heat.
The burst. Big damage there. Homing plus frames down 3. Here it comes. The Hwarang special rips the heat string again. Couldn't convert, but the quick mid. Rest answers back immediately.
Evening it up. This is going back and forth. Neither player wants to give an inch, but one will have to fall.
Check, just these full crouch lows are really stacking up.
For that kick right in the guts. Down 3-4, the offense begins.
Yeah, that was a big whiff, right? I don't think Subject expected it. Rest tried to chase him down, wasn't right, and now Subject has landed the grab on him. Oki, Rest presses his way out. Whoa, looming, not gonna hit it.
Excellent punish, very clutch there from Subject. Blocking that sidestep for, taking it to set point. This could be it. We're back here again.
Yeah.
Will Rest deny him once more?
So close, tried to launch the jab, but recovers too quick. Retaliation from Rest, that's guaranteed. The lows are coming back. Triple low. There's the 4th. All right, Rest. They're both on set point now. Who's going to move on to face Ulsan in the losers final?
They seem to be taking turns with the rounds. So logically, Subject should get this one if it goes at that pattern. But right now, Rest trying to snatch it back. Good patience here from Subject.
Oh, he made the back one whiff. Couldn't get too much for it. Similar life for both. Rest time to use the heat is running out. He tried to burn on the heat dash, but he's going to get floated. Perfect time to use the heat burst.
Can he get a chonky bit of damage? Yes, he can. Gets it to the wall, flips him over. Pigeon roll mix. Backhand, he dashes the plus frames, the Subject special. Rest on so much white health, can only take a couple more hits, but fighting back and recovering. Subject to the 1-3, tried to catch it with the homing, and the 1-2-1 to close it out with the roar of the crowd. Subject falls one of his good community friends here in Rest, but takes the W, securing his spot here at BAM16, top 3. Congratulations, well played there to Rest, one of the legends of the game in general, and of course of OCU. Again, the crowd was making so much noise for Subject, but don't get it twisted. They love Rest just as much, but sometimes it's got to be, look, you went back to Korea. So, Subject's still here, my boy. Nah, but well played to everybody. Chip, that was crazy.
That was crazy,
That was
and it's
crazy.
just such a pivotal and important moment for a Subject. We were talking about, like, he's just trying to get that big result, right? Finally, we know he's good. We know he can get the results, just doing it at, like, these major tournaments, finally. The top 3 now staring down the barrel of Ulsan, waiting to lose this one.
Amazing, amazing work. You love to see it. And again, just the story of Subject, right? He's not really been able to produce those offline results. So he did quite well at TGX earlier this year.
Yep.
And he was able to defeat Hangman, actually. That's a big feat in itself. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was an Ulsan and Yagami grand final.
Yep, that's
So
right.
I'm interested to see here, you know, after all the online accolades, all the victories, the long sets, he's got some of the highest ranks. He's got, you know, 40 plus or whatever flightless titles.
Many wins.
He's won so many others. But this could be his chance to start that transition. Because all it takes sometimes is an amazing performance and your mindset changes. A flip switches in your mind.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, like, I can do this. I can do this every time if I need
Well,
to.
he can do it against Rest, right?
Yes.
That's one Korean down. Now, a different style, different character. Can he do it against Ulsan?
No rest for the weary. He's cracking open one of those Red Bulls, man. How many's he had already? He had a coffee before.
My
I
God.
I think there's a limit on the side of the can. We better check that out, doctors.
Yeah, that Hangman guy called me caffeinated, I believe. But
Yes,
I
he
think
did.
the real caffeinated guy.
How'd you not even notice it wasn't me at first, man? What the hell?
Look, I got to look at the camera, man. I'm like a professional. When the intro, I don't know how he snuck on there. It's
Bro, I go to the
disgusting that-
bathroom and guys just jump on.
I think
bro.
we
That's
need
crazy.
security
Yeah,
here.
we actually need
a
security.
wanted
over here.
poster at the door, man.
Yeah, but just don't let this guy in.
Ever again.
They're saying send him back to Indonesia.
I never.
I'll
No,
say it.
no
Send him back.
chance. I definitely
He's
will say. Mate, that man is a permanent resident.
Oh, actually, no, we can't get him out. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We're just going to have to keep security on check. But yeah, shout outs to Indonesian community as well. There's so many players over there, and I'll really look forward to some of the dojos they have this year. You know, one of the former Australian residents here, Nama, you know, he's helping that region over there. So I really want to see more spotlight on there.
But yeah, isn't this going to be good?
Dragon Mirror?
Yeah, a lot of people don't
Season
like
one?
the mirror. Ulsan could have picked somebody else, but he wants to take it directly to him. He wants the mirror. It's going to be being dragged here on Pack Pixels.
And you know, previously Ulsan, you know, had one of the greatest drag mirrors we've ever seen in the EWC Grand Final, right?
Yeah.
He went just absolutely crackhead mode, and you know, 5-0 at tip.
Yeah, that's if you can do that, man.
Oh, you see that low hit? Didn't get the extension due to the
Yeah.
off axis.
Yeah, that's like I reckon it was just off axis too, right? It almost looked like it hit him front facing.
Sending him over, switchblade kick.
Gonna burn the dash running too.
Oh, was so sure of that. But Ulsan again, going for that hatchet to close it out. That was a very, very back and forth start. They're feeling each other out. They're starting to get an understanding of what the other's playing.
Yeah.
Subject really good with that counter hit up forward one. That little, you know, poke to the eyes to John Jones. He's really good at timing that and getting his reward.
Yeah, it's like sort of his go-to keep out option at like slight range. So you got to be thinking about that. Pigeon roll to realign.
One is hitting. Crouch. And you kind of heat dash into crouch, so that really helps Dragunov in these situations. Got the pigeon roll backhand. Gonna catch him with that safe mid.
Again, back into full crouch, into the quarter circle forward four. All right, Ulsan looking pretty good right now.
Tried to launch him, tried to call him out. Excellent.
Ow! That is crazy.
How did he
Subject
always do
special is
this?
back on the menu. This thing ain't limited time.
Yo,
It's here to stay.
He doesn't care if you're a local, you know, a top level Korean or, you know, EWC champion. He will catch you.
That's it. To the back, man. Oh, we don't see that move very often there. Up forward two from Ulsan. Oh, he had the
Good
counter
punish.
hit. Yeah, frame.
Yep.
Perfect
14
punish.
frame. No, I never see. Like, we've always known about that, but I never see people do it.
Yeah. Right, Ulsan though was able to get it across the line. He's going to take that first game against Subject.
You know what's funny? There's a little bit of trivia for you guys. If I recall correctly, I think standing max damage for Dragunov in 7 was actually forward 4-4.
Oh.
Yeah, so those two hits, right? It's such a weird one.
Yeah.
But nobody ever did it except Dojin for some reason. Yeah, small fun fact. But anyway, also taking that first game.
Jabby jab.
Right? Wants to switch sides back.
Oh, had the flow. Couldn't quite pick up though. Maybe not ready for it. You don't expect that to happen. You don't see it happen very often there.
43.
standing 2. The trade is going to work out. Ulsan able to pick that up. 2-1 engage.
Alright, getting a big combo here. Might be able to close it out.
It's just the 1-2-1 show right now from Ulsan. When you've got someone like him who's so aware and can stay in control of the game, knows when the buttons are coming, knows when you want to attack, just controlling with a button like 1-2-1, even, you know, your Dragunov, you know what it is, but it really is just Ulsan, not Dragunov, piloting it.
It's very much like it's a good car, but it depends who's driving, right?
Yeah.
Who's out of here? Dead man crawl. Trying to go for the bomb.
Yeah, Ulsan didn't want any of it.
Right, checking with the jab. Oh, try to call him out again. Excellent. Back 4-3 punish there. Ulsan on the back foot. One mistake, and there it is, the Dragunov Electric.
Perfectly timed, able to thread that. Worked out as a whiff punish for Ulsan. Going to get big damage on the wall here. We know what Dragunov can do. It's going to be one guess situation here.
That 1-2-1. 4-3 cancels. Wants to see what Ulsan had in store. Just waited. And the shoulder. Subject special once again getting on the board. 1 round apiece.
Yeah, maybe taking some notes against Ulsan, but Ulsan says right back at you. Makes it his special, the 1-3-2 in the back.
Issue? What the hell does
No,
that
I know. Subject's going to have to sue.
You'll be seeing my lawyer.
He'd engage at the wall. Look at this life lead here.
Oh,
Shoulder.
Yo, he's fighting his whole start. That joke is obviously. But that's crazy. He's really turning the tables, and you saw how quickly it shifted. We blinked and the round was over.
Yeah.
Ulsan's really starting to. Wow, I never. Yo, new moves?
Yeah, we don't see Subject use that one,
Yeah.
right? I think it does
see
track
anyone
one
use that
side
one.
for Dragunov,
Yes,
so
yes.
that is why he's using it. Onto the wall. Maybe not. Most optimal
reversal.
choice. Subject, yeah, turns the table.
Hits him with the tenderization. Flash ducking there. Good whiff punish.
Tried to hit him in the head there.
Good opportunity there for Ulsan to activate his heat. Oh, wow.
Yeah, the
Couldn't get the
access
return.
messed him up a little bit there. A bit of a robbery for Subject. Ulsan now. 1-2-1 wasn't counter hit. Takes the plus frames with the heat though. Similar life, 1-2-1 strikes again. Ulsan is just good at using that jab string to snuff out. As soon as you try to play, you know, I was having a chat with Dion yesterday. He's saying when you play against these top players, you feel like you can't play, you can't press, you can't get involved. He's just dictating with jabs.
Like, yeah, the jab control, it's just one of the most base fundamental skills in the game, but probably one of the most like difficult to master, right? It's deceivingly simplistic. But it's like where people look at it, like, oh, just jab a bit more, this and that. But it's knowing when to do it, when not to do it, and just it's something that is when you get to this level, it's still difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Ulsan always, if you asked him about it, he'd be like, yeah, like he wouldn't even be able to explain it. It's just he had to go through a decade of grueling practice to even know.
Yeah. Built-in evasion on the pigeon roll, great for setting up a 50-50 in the neutral. You saw it just there.
All right, going for the while standing one into cancel, crouch cancel.
See it again. Ulsan just going to it many times, and you know, good to throw it out with 1-2-1 on the horizon. It seems to be getting around it. It allows you to be evasive while setting up a big 50-50.
I'd activate heat on minus, but Ulsan was ready with the check.
And he was ducking last week for that down 2. I think he's got the feel.
Leg broken. YouTube chiropractor incoming.
Don't trust him.
Oh, catch him with that down forward 3+4 homing. Oh, okay, he was hesitated because he just wasn't expecting that. Maybe he was expecting the heat dash.
Yeah.
Good mind game to employ.
This time gets the punish. Subject missed it the first time, but the heat has now run out, and what great spacing there to land that quarter circle forward one. Ulsan now 1 round away from taking it confidently over Subject here in the mirror.
That was fast. What is happening? Subject, we saw him make a huge comeback just before, right? Can he do it again?
All right, the full string didn't quite get the pickup,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. 4-4 trying to get the combo, carries over. We can get all the hits into the shoulder, but 1-2-1, Ulsan in control. Trying to check with that down back 2.
Just to the wall, just changing timing from Crouch. Just looking to hit a mid. He wants that wall fight with the while standing 3.
And I think Ulsan was hoping there with that.
Oh, he's whiffed it! And an important reaction from Subject there to recognize the whiff, get that while standing 2. Push to the wall, he's gonna break it. Rage available, yeah, just gonna land that. He hadn't used many SATs, so it was able to reach. Question is, I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything.
It's gonna be close.
I think he's gonna have a very, yeah, there we go.
Has a bit, 13-second left for Ulsan. Try and wrap it back! And there it is, the keep out on the scissor kick. He's gonna use the Rage Art to keep it simple. Ulsan, well-timed keep out, is gonna take it 3-0.
Jeez, I gave him a concussion, bro. Jeez. All right, well, Ulsan will be moving forward to have that rematch with his current bracket demon, Yagami. Subject, though. Big round of applause for Subject. Securing that 3rd position there, hailing from South Australia, representing Australia like a lovely gentleman, and making his name known here, once again, at BAM16. Crazy. I'm hoping we see more of him, maybe in other countries, and I'm hoping this performance really helps him propel his confidence, gameplay, and, you know, just dedication to trying to see what he can do in the world.
Like additional drive. We already know he's driven. He's very driven. This is the extra, you know, like you can do this. You got it. That's step 1. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make that trip to Sydney later.
You got Sydney. I know he's a big Manila Madness fan. He had the shirt in his photo as well. So hopefully we'll see him there as well. But there's a lot of opportunities around the world. You know, there's always going to be the issue of, you know, funding, logistics, your work, your this, whatever.
There's so many factors,
but
right?
Hopefully the stars align for our good friend Subject here, and we'll see what he can do on the world stage. But that aside, we have the grand final here, Chip. Now, did you expect to see these two in the grand final in this format?
Yeah. But maybe, you know, it could have been either way. I think, you know, this is the safe bet. If you asked anyone who's going to be top 2, who's going to be sitting here, right here, I think it went as expected. You know, there's a lot of people that could have contested that, but if you had to pick 2 people, it was always going to be these 2 sitting right here.
100%.
But in terms of who's on the winner's side, it's too close to call. You mentioned earlier, you know, Yagami had a good record against him, and it's very even between them. So yeah, this isn't surprising to me. Ulsan definitely has his work cut out for him, but we know how good he is over time, right? That he's just a top player. He's afforded a little bit more time. He's had that first set, which was, you know, the 5 games. Then we're going to have more games here, and then if he does manage to win that, well, he's got to do it again. That's not easy to do. So we're locked in right here, starting off on Pack Pixels. And we're back with the Dragunov. We did see an Azucena switch towards the end, but Dragunov is back. It's going to be Yagami's Reina versus Ulsan's Dragunov here in the grand final. Yagami on winner's side.
Round 1.
And let's get it going. First blood drawn there by Ulsan. Sticking with the Dragunov this time, you know, we did see Azucena come out before. It did have a little bit of, you know, success. He's going back to the tried and true. Probably wants to test himself as well and say, look, I don't think it's character issue. I think I just need to adapt to this. So let's see if he can. Very fast-paced first round, 17 seconds in. Yagami trying to keep him locked down near the wall, but Ulsan fighting his way out. Switchblade kick coming out, checking with that down forward 1.
Down choose delay. He ripped it. We don't see that very often, but I think the delay threw Ulsan off quite a bit. But if that's not confidence, I don't know what is. Yagami, the way he's moving, man, looks comfortable.
Oh, big electric on Ulsan's heat activation.
Able to get the job done there in that first round. All right, positive signs for Yagami and fans.
Dashing at him, trying to go for that mix once again. 1-2-2, goes in the stance, waits for it. Our first hit of that Hunting Hawk, loves doing that. Into button, always checking. We held that duck a bit too long. Goes for the up forward 2.
Maybe opting for the mix. Electric recovery is quick. Maybe just wanting to use it as a chance to hit the load. Burns the heat, dash off the 1-2-1 guess situation. All right, Ulsan responds quickly.
1 apiece. This is going back and forth. And you can see the changes now. The stagger wave dash timing there from Yagami, really trying to threaten Ulsan. And you saw it do wonders in the previous sets, both against Ulsan and other players.
Jab, jab, yeah, just catches Ulsan. Wanting to press, doesn't want to give up too much time. You know, you want to stay in control. Ulsan's used to being in control, but Yagami's doing a good job of changing that.
1-4-2, getting that heat in. Tried to commit to that down forward 2, but Ulsan was patient. It's going to be a nice combo here for Yagami.
Great flow, great knowledge to interrupt the 4-4. It's going to force Ulsan to use the mind game off that. You know, use things like 4-3 to catch people who actually respond to 4-4.
Around start homing, knew Ulsan was going to try and move around. And staggering those wave dash. And with the crackling of the electric when she wave dashes, it's so menacing.
Yeah, I know. Lighting up the floor. 1-2.
Somebody wants it. Goes to the slide. Ooh, goes around the electric. Oh, tried to commit to a mid grab.
I just tried to keep out. We saw it hit subject at the end of the last set. Not going to hit Yagami though, as he gets the heat engager.
In space 2-2. Trying to check him. No third hit.
Just pressure now at the wall. Rips that last string. Yagami tries to escape with the down jab. Ulsan has a heat burst waiting, but heat dash is going to connect for big damage. Yagami waving in, trying to close out this round. Finally commits big with the hell sweep in
Down
to the stance. Low, he had that second hit locked and loaded as the insurance as well. Yagami, that momentum continuing, man, from their original set earlier on in winners final.
Amazing work. That just, look at him. He's locked in.
Yeah.
He's secure. He's confident. If he can just keep this going, this could be a very short grand final here.
Working on a win here. Remember, challenger event here for Tekken World Tour. 300 points to the victor. Prize pool here over $2,000 US. Plus, you know, with all the hot bonus as well from all the entrants, it's a lot of money, man.
In that heat. Get up 4. Oh, gets a trade. 1-2, snuffing out the approach attempt from Ulsan. Was hoping maybe that would resplat there with that down back 2, but gets the round anyway. Closes out with a down forward 1-2. Even it going. Oh, forward neutral 3. This is a very strong move. Safe counter hit launcher and can be used from certain stances as well. So very dangerous. And the spacing it leaves you. People jab.
Yeah.
It comes out.
Any situation with a bit of pushback, right? Big counter hit for Yagami as he gets the Thunder God kick there. Almost resplat, almost waving in menacingly, burns the heat one time, burns it now with a heat dash as well. Wavru, what's coming out? Yagami just wanting to see how Ulsan responds. It's one hit situation.
Oh, rush assault, moving back. 1-1-2.
1-2, man, no mucking about. Yagami looking stronger than ever now. A round away from making it 2-0 here. He's still going, went big with the launcher. Didn't work out though, Ulsan. Trying to get back into it.
Upping with that back 2. The God kick, excellent. Got him at that right spacing. Forward 4, nobody home. Ulsan trying to use that lateral movement to get away from Yagami, activating that heat switch blade kick. Trying to keep him there, but as we've seen, Yagami just always has a way out.
Hell sweep went under the jab check, I'm pretty sure. Yagami pushes Ulsan to the wall, but ducks the electric this time. Had the shoulder locked and loaded for the punish. Bounces off the wall, but it recovered too quickly. Couldn't get the launch.
Right, sidestep 4, trying to build that momentum back up. Ulsan trying to get Yagami off him, but really flustered at the moment. Walking forward, tried to reverse into the guaranteed follow-up, not dead yet. Russian assault plus frames. Wait for the hop kick. Fair attempt there from Yagami, but Ulsan getting his bubble back on the board. Checking with the 1-3 at the round start. Yagami, again, not deterred, not changing his plan, knows exactly what he needs to do on his way to the goal.
It's the wall now. Heat available. Ulsan just wanting to enforce the pressure. But Yagami's using a lot of jabs. He's ripped it again. That's the second time we've seen it. He had the heat insurance this time, though. Ulsan recovers a ton of life off the heat engage.
Back, they're trying to check. Every time he does that Russian assault and the down back 2 comes out to check, Yagami's just not there. Underneath the side back area. Keep that electric. Ulsan using up that heat. Try to check in with that back 3 homing. And the whip punish there from Yagami. 4-4 plus into the jab. On a mind game with these strings.
Just trying to get it across the line. 10 seconds left. Yagami floated. Ulsan couldn't fully convert, but he's going to get the guaranteed hit when the wall was there. The power crush working out big for Ulsan. All right, final round here in game 2. Can Ulsan level up, or will Yagami put himself in a super favorable position if he can just take this round?
He looks like he's ready to do it, but Ulsan starting to figure out a few things, figuring out some of the timing. As I say that, Yagami using that Reina parry, gets the War God kick attempt, and the kick comes back out. Has a download on his timing.
To the wall as well. Heat burst. It's going to give extra damage. Ulsan has to be very careful how he gets up here. Heat dash to force the mix. Yagami went big, but a whiffed. Great movement from Ulsan. Recovered so much life. Yagami steals it back. Hell Axel stomps the ground. All right. Yagami got it through in the end. He is up 2 games here. Sitting pretty. Winner's side grand final.
Amazing performance here. And you look, Ulsan's definitely feeling the pressure. He's got a whole crowd who aren't necessarily against him, but they're for his opponent. There's a big difference in that. You know, when the crowd's against you, that's a different feeling to when the crowd just loves the opponent a bit more than yourself. So I'm sure he's not feeling spited, but I think he knows he's in a rough position. The energy is for the opponent, and he's got potentially his last life, unless he can pull through with a reset.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be hard.
And he's committed to that Armor King now.
He looked befuddled. He was sort of staring off into the distance.
I would too. I'd be like, oh, what is happening?
Yeah.
Where am I?
You know, that crowd support, all of a sudden, rocking no headphones, by the way.
He's
taking it all in.
Yeah.
Just checking with the homing move, but Yagami's 1-1 checks have been on point. They are really putting him in control of everything. Earns the whole heat low as well, confidence.
We got more in the tank. Got one more. Dash there. Goes to the plus. That forward 4. Excellent duck there from Ulsan to the 2-1 punish. All out there attempt from Yagami.
Heat burn 1. Going low. Wave dash giant. Swing broken. That was a difficult one. Another 2-1. All right. Ulsan. Could this be the start of a big comeback with the Armor King switch?
He's warming up those wave dashes as well. Tried to go for the pickup. Last standing 1. Not a punish there for Yagami. Got a little bit of a punishment there. Oh, okay. Went to the stance transition. Yagami jabbed him out of it.
Double low. Stance went mid this time. Yagami tried to duck for the high extension on the string. Ate the stunner instead.
Oh, tried to go for that whip punish. Amazing spacing, but just not able to get the goal.
Nice hit a Hell Axel. Twitch duck from Ulsan. Not quick enough, but he's going to put him on the wall. All right. Now, it's looking different. The question is, how familiar is Yagami with Armor King? How confident, right?
All right, activating that heat. Oh, catched it with the uppercut. Underneath was ready. Now, Yagami does like to approach with that running force, especially when backing the wall. Ulsan knew that and was committed to that duck. Forward 4-2, look for that counter hit. Heat dash spent. Also on Ulsan's side.
Jabbing just pokes back to the low. Went high extension. He knew he earned the respect after hitting the stunner before. Big counter hit for Yagami though.
Magic 4. Wake up. What's for breakfast? Side step forward to the punish. 1-1-2. Gets the forward 4 attempt. And nice duck into the 1-1-2. Ulsan, Yagami getting back on the board. Ulsan still has a 1-round lead so far in this game, but he's still, 2 rounds away from letting it all go here.
Yeah. Has he had enough time to feel a bit confident? He's picking good spots with the Twitch duck. Another great counter hit check there.
Now, Ulsan has a lot of data on Yagami's Reina, and that can come in very clutch here, but it looks like the longer this match goes, Yagami is learning more and more about Ulsan's Armor King.
Yeah.
And that's really paying off, and he's very quick with it. I don't think he's doing his best not to let Ulsan take it to the next game.
Oh, he went low. Yagami wanted to end it quick. Ulsan back in the game now. 1 pixel went for running 4. Yagami stays alive. No recoverable for Ulsan. The Twitch duck again on the grabs. He's doing it. He's on tournament point.
1-4-2 check-in. Ulsan needs to make something happen here. It's all on the line, all or nothing. Is he going to go home, or is he going to be able to continue this set and hope for a reset?
Just waiting 2-2-1 again. His whiff punishment with it is perfect. Big counter hit. Yagami starting to build the momentum. Ulsan just trying to poke his way back into the game with hopes of just getting control back, but it's all with Yagami right now.
Forward 2, snap kick, activating heat. He's on the verge of being able to take this with Ulsan fighting back, using every resource and electric. Yagami, from online player to hero of Australia, taking it here at BAM16 for Tekken 8. We have a big round of applause for Yagami! And of course, it goes without saying, the people's champion, Ulsan, coming in at second place. The runner-up here, an amazing fight. This is absolutely an insane performance. One of the first, I think maybe the first time we've able to have an Australian champion at an invaded band.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Amazing work.
Another notch in the belt for Yagami here, making history once again on home turf. Where else would you want to do this?
Amazing work. A new BAM champion out of OCE. You absolutely love to see it. So important for Yagami as well. Those challenger points from first place are looking good and will set him up well to, you know, continue a push for that top 20 on the TEKKEN World Tour leaderboard. I know he's got a lot of fans, but for now, we're going to be taking a very short break, and then after that, we're going to have the presentations of everyone who's done so well here today on Sunday at your BAM16. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, well, I mean, the thing's live, so I might as well do it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey folks. Thank you once again for coming to Battle Arena Melbourne. What an amazing Tekken final. We're about to bring up your top 8. So I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for coming. We're going to present the prizes and give yourselves a round of applause, Tekken. So my name's Daniel. I'm the event director of Battle Arena Melbourne, and we're so pleased to have had TEKKEN World Tour here again and all of the great games. For now, we're going to congratulate our top 8. Let me bring out Brown Man. He's going to present them.
Hello. Ah, perfect. All right. Congratulations to all of the top 8 and everybody who came through to the tournament today. We appreciate everyone's support coming through from all over the world, all over the country, and sharing this one passion here at BAM16. But we have to award the amazing top 8 players for you guys. So can I have on stage, please, Jojo Scar, 63, tied at 7th place. All right. He remembers this. All right. And also in tied 7th, can I have Unveiled Streams? Another tie, 5th place. Can I have Bobby? And his fellow statesman, Dimi. Now we have Queensland / Korea's finest, Red. Now, for the top 3, the big prize winners. First up, can I get Subject? And now our first runner-up, 2nd place, the man of our hearts, 2-time EWC champion. Can I get DNS Ulsan? And finally, Australia's finest, the man of the hour, Cambodian's #1 player. Can I get Yagami? Thank you very much, everybody. We love your energy. We appreciate all of you. And we want to give another round of applause to Subject for his 3rd placing here at BAM16. Amazing work there. And big shouts to Berserk, of course. And we've got Ulsan in 2nd place. Runner-up. Amazing fight he put up, but 2nd place nonetheless. One more time. Round of applause for Ulsan! And of course, save your energy for this one. We have our first BAM champion that originated in Australia when we had invaders for the first time in forever. We have our champion. Get ready. In case you don't know his name. Yagami! Thank you very much, everybody. Please make a big round of applause for all of our players, all of our organizers, bracket runners, and of course, all of you in the venue and at home. We've got some extra prizes, by the way. But one more round of applause for yourselves and, of course, for the community. Thank you very much, everybody.